What's going on, you guys? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? What is going on? Okay, this be your boy Scotty by Nature TV, and we are here for a brand new episode of Yes for the Mess. You guys, we're here for nothing but the mess, all the mess, and that's it. Even though the mess that we're here to discuss is really pretty tragic. It's been tragic ever since we first talked about it yesterday. And this is all about Takeoff. Nothing but Takeoff, all about Takeoff. That's all we're here to discuss right about now. It's 45 people in the chat so far and 19 likes. Let's get those likes up. Also, if you're in the chat right now, you ain't said nothing yet. Like this chat up. Light it up. What's taking y'all so long? Like this chat up. Light it up with the fire emojis. Y'all know what to do. Y'all know y'all supposed to light this chat up from the moment y'all step foot up in this chat. Light it up, y'all. Light it up. It's 50 of y'all up in here, 25 likes. Let's get these likes to match the people that's in the chat. Y'all already know what the business is. Y'all already know. Y'all already know. Y'all already know. I am very I'm in the midst of doing a whole lot of work. I'm in the midst of working. I got to film Young, Fresh, and New today. I filmed a Yes for the Miss earlier today, and then I got some more videos to do today, and then roasted review with T and Josiah later on tonight. I'm off work, but I'm working. If that makes any sense, I'm off work, but I'm working. Okay, so we're gonna be up in here talking about Takeoff, and I'm trying to figure out if I'm going to open up the phone lines and give you guys some time to give your opinions out and stuff like that. That's what I'm thinking I'm gonna do. It just depends. Let's see who's all up in here right now. I see Sharon Redmond, what's going on? Emma Crawford, what's going on? Andrea Moore, what's going on? Just Simply, what's going on? Okay. Morgan, what's going on? Okay, he was the finest. I know everybody thought that Quavo was the finest, but Takeoff was definitely the finest. Look at you, close to 40K, been a long time subscriber. Thank you so much for that. Yes, honey, I'm close to 40K. I'm very close to 40K at this particular point, even though people trying to take down my channel and trying to do all types of malicious stuff to me. It's really okay. Y'all already know that stuff don't bother me. Y'all already know that I'm all about unifying and growing everybody else's platform and helping them grow their platform no matter what I can do to help them grow it. I am here to do that. Like I've always extended my hand to other content creators. So it's very disheartening that there's people out there that want to, boycott my platform because they don't agree with something that I've said or something that I decided to do as a business move. It's really crazy, but it is what it is. But thank you for you being a long time subscriber, and thank you to all the people that's been subscribing every single day. Okay, I appreciate any piece of support that I get. Thank you for that. What's going on, Brooke Smith? What's going on, Purple Unicorn? What's going on, AC Wilson? What's going on, Keisha, Kenya, Treasure Box Collection? What's going on, everybody? We're at 77 people watching, but 31 likes. Let's get these likes up. Let's get these likes up so we can be in the algorithm. It's all about engagement. So let's continue on with that. And also, if you're watching the replay and if you don't like the 10-minute introductions or anything like that, all you got to do is fast forward to the actual T. Okay, the actual T. That's all that really matters. Okay. So let's see who else is up in here. What's going on, Sharice Woods? Hey, Scotty, love you, Scotty. I'm gonna always support you, and I love all of your contents. Thank you so much, honey. Thank you so much for that. Emma Crawford, what's going on? Okay. Hey, Aunt Nettie, what's going on? Southern Belle 16, what's going on? Okay, we almost at 100 people watching, and we about to do it. We about to do the thug thizzle. Okay, we at 89 people watching. We almost at 100, but we need those likes to go up, honey. We need them likes to go up. We only got 40 likes, but 92 people. Let's get them likes up before we start this shit. Let's get these likes up. Hopefully you guys are sharing the video and all of that good jazz. I hope all of you guys are doing it. And like I said, as y'all come in, like this chat up, they get my adrenaline running and pumping and all of that good stuff. When y'all light this chat up as y'all come in, because when I see nothing but fire coming up and down the chat, that means y'all ready for the discussion. Okay, y'all are ready for the discussion when I see all the fire coming out. So as y'all light this chat up, let me go to the neighborhood talk and get everything that I need to get so we can discuss it. And like I said, I'm probably gonna open up the lines and give you guys a chance to speak y'all piece on this situation or whatnot. So let me go over here to the neighborhood talk. Okay. Let me go over here to the neighborhood talk. Because there's a lot that's talked about. And I think there's more information in the cause of death and everything like that. So we're at 100 people and we got 48 likes. Let's get me up to these likes. I'm about to go ahead and start, okay? So the first things first. Hold on, you guys, where we at? Okay, so first things first, let's get into it. Now, an alleged witness came out and spoke on the death of Takeoff, who was a part of the Migos. She came out and spoke her piece and said what she had to say in regards to this case and all of that. And I'm gonna play it for y'all because I know sometimes StreamYard be fucking up and it don't be working sometimes. So I'm gonna play it on my Bluetooth speaker so you guys can really hear me and hear what I gotta say about the matter. Okay, so well, not hear what I gotta say, but hear what this person gotta say. So we got a couple of things to discuss involving Takeoff's untimely passing. We got to talk about the alleged witness and what she said. Then the man associated with it has been revealed, and the cause of death is also just being put out there. Okay, so we about to get into all of that right now. Okay, we finna get into all of that stuff right now. Okay, so it's 111 of y'all, and we're about to get this thing started. But like I said, as you guys come in, make sure you are liking the video. We're over 100 and we got 113 people, but 51 likes. Let's get this thing going. Now, let's see. Let me put this on mute first. Okay, so this originally came from Storm Monroe. Shout out to Storm Monroe. Okay, let me just say that. Shout out to Storm Monroe because he's the one who had this audio first in the neighborhood talk, used it and credited Storm Monroe TV for this. So I'm gonna be the second person to also say, yes, Storm, thank you for the audio, because if it wasn't for you, we never would have had it. Now we're gonna start off with the article first, and then after we start off with the article from the neighborhood talk, we're gonna go ahead and listen to what they had to say. Now I think I'm gonna come back on screen just so y'all can hear what I gotta say. So it says this right here. It says, neighbors, the rumors surrounding the tragic shooting death of rapper Takeoff have been swarming social media. One of the main narratives is that Quavo was allegedly arguing with someone over a dice game before shots rang out. But an alleged witness says that isn't true. The woman who refused to identify herself out of fear for her safety says that Quavo was actually attempting to mediate between the two parties who were going back and forth. It wasn't about no game, money, or none of that. She went on to say that Quavo shouldn't be blamed for a 30-second clip and that after the shooting, he passed out and had to be carried to the car. The woman says that the only people she allegedly saw with weapons were those associated with Jazz Prince. The details surrounding the situation are still unclear for anyone to positively confirm at this time. Now, that is what the article said. So now we're going to play the audio of the alleged witness who spoke on the situation. Shout out once again to the neighborhood talk, and shout out once again to shout out once again to Storm Monroe for having this out originally for us. Let's listen in on what she had to say. Let me go and play it
really quick, and I'm gonna try not to give out my identity. We were all there when all this happened. I just left from HPD. First of all, in order to be around Jazz Prince, you have to be searched. None of us had guns, but jazz people had guns. Okay. All of this was over a dice game. This shit started in Fifth Ward around 9:30, 10 last night. So this had nothing to do with no damn dice game, with no money situation or anything like that. And the only reason why I'm not going to great details because I live in Houston and the Prince family know me. But all of this shit that they're saying about, oh, well, this was a sacrifice. No, this was an argument between two camps. And it wasn't even between two camps because Takeoff and Quavo was basically trying to be the mediator between the people who were arguing.
Oh shit!
And so everybody's saying, "Oh, well, this is Quavo fault." Quavo had nothing to do with the shit y'all talking about, bro. Y'all was not there when this happened. It had nothing to do with that. So all these 30-second videos that they're seeing, this and that, everybody's saying, "Well, he didn't act the way how he act whenever Takeoff got shot." Did they tell you he passed the fuck out? Did they tell you we had to help him to the fucking car? Did they tell you that? Like, nobody is really talking about the real that's going on. But I'm gonna tell you this, and I'll leave it at that. The only people who had firearms that night was the camp who protect Jazz. That's all I'm gonna say.
Thank you.
Okay, so that was the witness. Okay, that was the witness that spoke on the matter. And like I said, I am going to open up the phones so you guys can give y'all take on this situation because she didn't want her identity to be revealed because out of her safety she didn't want her identity to be revealed, which was very smart of her. She didn't want nobody to know who she was. All you needed to know was that the people that was involved in all of this situation, they knew her, the whole family knew her, so she did not want her identity out there. And to be quite honest, I really don't blame her for not wanting her identity to be out there. So she did the right thing by not putting it out there. I think we can all agree on that. She did the right thing. So she basically said, because a lot of people did say this was over a dice game. That's the first thing. A lot of people said that this was about a dice game. A lot of people were saying that Quavo was the problem. Quavo is the reason. Quavo got all hot-headed and the argument turned to this and the argument turned into that. Now, that's what was said. But what I'm going to do once more, just in case some of you guys do want to call in and do want to give your opinion and do want to have a discussion about this, I'm going to play this one more time so y'all can hear exactly what she said. We're going to play this one more time and then we're going to move on to the other part of this entire story. Let's go ahead and play this again. Hold on one second. Where is it? There you go.
I just want to say something really quick, and I'm gonna try not to give out my identity. We were all there when all this happened. I just left from HPD. First of all, in order to be around Jazz Prince, you have to be searched. None of us had guns, but Jazz people had guns. Okay, all of this was over a dice game. This shit started in Fifth Ward around 9:30, 10 last night. Oh, this had nothing to do with no damn dice game, with no money situation or anything like that. And the only reason why I'm not going to great details because I live in Houston and the Prince family know me. But all of this shit that they're saying about, oh, well, this was a sacrifice. No, this was an argument between two camps. And it wasn't even between two camps because Takeoff and Quavo was basically trying to be the mediator between the people who were arguing.
Oh, shit.
And so everybody's saying, "Oh, well, this is Quavo fault." Quavo had nothing to do with the shit y'all talking about, bro. Y'all was not there when this happened. It had nothing to do with that. So all these 30-second videos that they're seeing, this and that, everybody's saying, "Well, he didn't act the way how he act whenever Takeoff got shot." Did they tell you he passed the fuck out? Did they tell you we had to help him to the fucking car? Did they tell you that? Like, nobody is really talking about the real that's going on. But I'm gonna tell you this, and I'll leave it at that. The only people who had firearms that night was the camp who protect Jazz. That's all I'm gonna say.
Thank you.
Okay, so that was the audio being played once again. Now I see a couple of you guys in the chat, so I'm gonna highlight some of y'all comments because I find these comments to be interesting as I played this. They said the family knows her voice. That's true. If they know her, would they know her voice? Most definitely. This makes more sense than the dice game story. Especially since he was shot multiple times. That's intentional. That is very true. That's what I thought too. Could she have disguised her voice on his live before he died? He said he was in the Fifth Ward too. Okay, so a lot of you guys are believing her story, right? That's what I'm taking from this. A lot of y'all do believe her story. Y'all don't think that she's lying. There was a lot of things that point to, everything that, that she was saying, pretty much. So I take it that you guys don't think that she's lying. I don't really believe that she's lying either. Shout out to the 207 people that's in the chat, but 83 likes. Get me up to 100 likes, you guys, as we continue now. Y'all know I don't normally be doing this likes thing, but now that I know that it keeps me in the algorithm and engagement is what keeps you out there, y'all need to like this video. Make this video match with the viewers, okay? Ain't no way we got over 200 people and just 89 likes. Come on, let's get into it now. If you like the commentary, like the video. Okay, so yes, most definitely. What's going on, Darlinda Tracy TV? What's going on? So yes, so I definitely believe her. I do believe her most definitely. Okay, so there's more to this story because there was some more things that was released as we were getting ready to do this live, and it was coming out as the music was playing and stuff like that. So we're gonna go ahead and get into it in just a second. Let me tell y'all something before we even get into the rest of this stuff, before I share my screen and all that good stuff. I just want to say this. Sometimes when I'm doing my live, yes, for the misses and stuff like that, sometimes I be feeling like Armand sometime when I be doing it. Like sometimes I be feeling like him, but that's someone that I really, really admire. So I guess that's a good thing to feel like that. Shout out to Armand Wiggins, by the way. So I don't think I necessarily need to share my screen for this. So they says so. Hold on. So they say the man that is the man associated with Quavo and Takeoff is now reportedly a person of interest in Takeoff's shooting. Okay, so they got okay. So let me see. I'm a see if y'all can hear this. I restarted my computer before I came on here and all that stuff. So I'm gonna see if y'all can hear this. It's on what is it? The neighborhood talk. So I'm about to see if we can share it. Hold on, you guys. Let me see. Neighborhood talk. Now I'm about to play some stuff on the screen, and I just want to make sure you guys can hear it. Okay. Now, let me know if y'all can hear it. I'm about to play it for you. I'm going to be looking down at my laptop for comments. Okay, so that is when. So obviously, that's when the shots first came out. Now here's the next one. Hold on, where is it? I see if you're in the back seat back there. Okay. Yeah. Mob shit, man. I see nephew in the back seat back there. Okay. Yeah. Mob shit, man. Okay, and that's the person, the one that you see in the yellow shirt is the person of interest, and they're standing right next to Quavo. Well, he's sitting next to Quavo, might I say. They're sitting next to Quavo. So that's the person of interest right there. And then the social media stuff already, the social media users are already flooding his comments now that they know who he is already. So they're already coming for him in the comment section, like already. So here's some of the comments. Now the comments are saying RIP Takeoff, new video doesn't look good. RIP Takeoff. Then they said, man, why did you even carry the gun in the first place? You were even showing it off in the car with Quavo. The devil was at work. Now the police is on you. TMZ just made a report from you and they searching you already. Take a shooting course, bro. You really KILLED him. So that was it. Now, on the other side of this, it says that neighbors, a new video seems to support rumors that someone from Quavo and Takeoff's camp may have been involved in Takeoff's shooting. Video footage obtained from TMZ shows a man holding a gun while Quavo is heard speaking with someone in the background. Quavo attempts to walk away. Let's go. I've been and hurt somebody, he says. And after that, boom, shots rang out. Videos posted from earlier that night confirm that the suspect in this video is actually an associate slash brother to Quavo, known as Migo Bands. He and Quavo were pictured together in several posts. On Migo Bands' Instagram, he says he is the head of A&R at Quavo's Huncho Records. According to TMZ, he is now a person of interest. The investigation is still underway, and the police have not confirmed if bullets from the firearm struck Takeoff. There have been conflicting reports from witnesses that said it could have been an accident or that another party was shooting as well. We will keep you updated. Okay? So, yes. So that is another. So that's. Oh, I didn't mean to do this. What the fuck am I doing? When you talking about Nipsey Hussle? What the hell am I? What the hell? What the hell y'all doing? What the hell am I doing? Okay, so let me go back to the picture itself of the person that they said is a person of interest. Let's go back. Let's go back. Okay, we had 280 people watching, y'all. Let's get it popping. Okay, so that is the person of interest. This is someone that they are cool with. This is somebody that they roll with. This is somebody that they cool with. This is somebody that they thought that they could trust pretty much. This is that's what that person is. And that's what I'm getting from this. This is somebody that they thought they could trust. This was somebody that, they were really, really cool with at this particular point. So that's what I'm getting from this. And I'm thinking I'm not the only one that gets this. They were cool. They had, some stuff going on. They were this and that. But it turned out that this person that that they thought was cool with them was on some other stuff that night. And, Quavo was the one that was winding up taking the blame for just about everything that went down with the situation. Because when the shooting first happened and everybody was talking about it, the first name that I heard was Quavo. Everybody was blaming Quavo for the situation. But then the witness has come out and the witness has said some of the things that she saw and some of the things that she heard and the things that she witnessed while she was there. And she said that wasn't the case. Quavo had nothing to do with what was going on. Period. Okay. So let me look at some of the comments while we are here at this particular point. Okay. Let's look at some of the comments. Let me get from off this screen and let's look at the comments. Now, Danita, what's going on? She said, they were all flashing their guns, okay? And then Math Boy said, I'm just checking in. Thank you for checking in. Quavo posted a video with him in the passenger seat and dude with the gun in between them. That's a different person with the gun. They tried to snatch Takeoff chain and his boy shot him by accident. That makes it even worse if it's someone that they know. Hoods thinking they John Wicks, but they Elmer Fudd. Oh my God. Migo Bands was flashing his gun in different videos of that night and um where he tagged Quavo and Takeoff as well. So was Takeoff set up? That's a question. Most definitely hit that like button. We had 302 people watching, honey, and we got 136 likes. Get me to 200. Okay, Miss B to the G. Crazy. Just watched them on Drink Champs, and Jeezy and Jazzy was saying that's why he be by himself, because it don't be you, it be the people you with. And then when people want you to be that, when people want to be you, that's a dangerous person. That's his Scotty. That's his brother. Oh, okay. That's his brother. Okay. Thank you for correcting me. Sounds like a clumsy accident. So sad. Wow. They say that's his oldest brother is the one that was shooting, and also Jay Prince and them people. Why carry a gun if you don't know how to shoot it? That's the reason why I don't have no gun, and that's why I ain't trying to have no gun, honey. That's why I ain't trying to, cause I'll fuck some shit up. I'm already clumsy anyway. What the hell I look like with a gun? Like, girl, please, I wouldn't dare put myself or anybody else in that situation. Okay, period. Okay, so this is sad. All these young people dying before turning 30. But the guns were only out because the other party was flashing their guns at them, and that's why Quavo stepped in. It started over a basketball game that happened hours earlier. So her story said only one side had a pistol. Okay, the person of interest in the pic is his big brother. They saying he killed his nephew. Hey, Caramel Real, I can't wait till we film later this week, honey. I can't wait till we film this week. Even one is a police officer now. So Migo Bands is Takeoff uncle? No, I think Quavo is Takeoff uncle. However that works. Quavo is Takeoff uncle child. I think that's what that is. Okay, so there's more that we got to get into in regards to the story. There's more we got to get into. Okay, it's 320 people up in here. The people are coming in. Make sure you guys are liking the video. Make sure you guys are subscribing to the channel because we have fun over here. Contrary to what people try to believe and give you guys and tell you guys, we have fun over here. We have great conversation. Sometimes the conversation gets heated, but it don't matter because we have good conversation. That's all that matters is great conversation. That's what we have over here. So be sure to, tune in, subscribe for all of that good stuff because I'm the coolest gay boy you will ever meet. Period. Okay. So, however, we're about to go ahead and get into the rest of this stuff. Oh, let me go back over here to the neighborhood talk. Let me share my screen once again. Go back. There you go. Let's go back to the neighborhood talk. Now, there's an update on the cause of death from Takeoff. There's an update on this. So it says from TMZ, neighbors Takeoff's official cause of death has been released by the coroner's office. The Harris County Medical Examiner lists Takeoff's primary cause of death as penetrating gun wounds of the head and torso into the arm. It appears that the office has concluded its investigation. Prayers to Takeoff's family and friends and also fans. So now we know what happened to him. It was penetrating gunshot wounds of the head, the torso, and into the arm. And it's a lot. So that means that pretty much that part of it is pretty much completed as far as that part of the investigation. So yeah, that's what happened. It makes the situation even more sadder than it already is. I mean, it's already sad enough that we lost someone that was, loved in the industry. It was so many people in the industry that loved him and stuff like that. And on top of that, like just like Danita said in the comments, like you can look at the video and pretty much tell what really happened to him. Like it doesn't take a rocket scientist to see what really happened to him if you just look at the video. You feel what I'm saying? So if you just look at the video and see it, then you know what happened to him. Like you could tell. So that's pretty much the gist of that situation. And yeah, so what I think I'm about to do now is I think I'm about to open up I'm about to drop the link so people can come up and voice their opinions on this situation. But like I said, RIP to Takeoff and his family and the fans and the people that love him and stuff like that. So everybody's welcome. Everybody's welcome to come up here and speak their piece on this situation. So let me put the link down here. And for my moderators that's in the building, be sure to rotate this link um every ever so often so people can see it, so the link is down here for those that may have something to say about what we've already discussed, what we've already talked about, just anything, because I know that people got some stuff to say in regards to this. I know a lot of people have had opinions on this already. So let me see. Somebody said, can you pin the link to the top of the page? Let me see if I can do that. I'm gonna try to do it from my laptop. Let me do that right now. Pin message. I think it's okay. There it is. So the StreamYard link is at the top of the chat. So if you want to click the link and come on up here and, talk, not really talk your shit, because this ain't really nothing to talk your shit about. But if you want to get up here and state your case and speak your opinion on what you think and all of this other stuff, it is definitely open for everybody to come up here. It's like 336 of you guys that's already in here. Make sure you guys are liking the video and all of that good stuff. Make sure you guys are liking the video. Make sure you guys are doing the damn thing. Liking the video, subscribing to the channel, doing all that. Make sure you're doing all that. Okay, all that. Let's see. Apparently, they say that Jazz Prince and them, the people in the car in the video with Quavo and Fifth Ward, were supposed to be protecting Quavo and Takeoff while they were in H-Town, but it went left. So they were supposed to be protecting Quavo. Okay, so let me ask y'all this. Were the Migos from Atlanta or Houston? Can somebody tell me that? Because I never knew where they were from. Were they from Atlanta or were they from Houston?
Hey, boo.
What's going on?
Let me tell you, this has to be like one of the most heartbreaking situations ever. For one, so I don't know if I've ever told you, I've had two uncles. They both were murdered by,
Mm-hmm.
guns,
Mm-hmm.
by people they know. And one was a similar situation. And what people don't realize is that death doesn't only affect that one person. It affects everybody around them. So people need to start being smarter. All of this, from my understanding, broke down because of a basketball game that happened hours earlier. That they just kept, what I'm saying, dredging up, dredging up, dredging up. And it's unfortunate because if you look at one of the videos, it seems as literally as soon as Takeoff turned his head, that's when he was hit. And it's a good thing and it's a bad thing when it comes to social media and the phones because we're able to see real time. But not only
Mm-hmm.
are we able to see real time, but his family, are able to see it real time too. And I just feel like some images you don't want to see your family in light of. You know what I'm saying? It was hard enough as a fan getting that news and watching Quavo scream and plead and run around. But then now that we know more and more layers, it gets tough. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
One, I don't want to take up everybody's time, so I just wanted to do a couple points because actually me and the ladies talked about this last night. One, once you hit a certain social status, a certain tax bracket, you need to stop putting yourself in certain positions. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, with the crowd that I saw, you know, they didn't need to be there. I know it was Jazz Prince Jr.'s birthday, but the party was over. They was just out there hanging around, taking pictures. It wasn't the place for them to be at. You know what I'm saying? These are millionaires. I'm looking at Quavo got easily on $1 million+ in diamonds. You know what I'm saying? So you lit up like a Christmas tree. You ain't got no business in that area. And I know, what I'm saying, just because I made it out the hood don't mean that everybody else did. But sometimes you gotta separate yourself. Everybody ain't meant to go with you everywhere you go. And you damn sure ain't meant to be in certain areas that you have long left before. So that's that. You know what I'm saying? And when you get egos and liquor and guns combined, that
Mm-hmm.
is the worst combination because the first video, first of all, I talk shit, but I like when it first broke out, the news first broke. One of the outlets said it was pictures and videos, but we didn't search. So me, I was too antsy, so I went to Black Twitter and I looked, and I'm looking at everything that's going on, and I'm like, this is a recipe for disaster. The one video that Quavo had on his page where they was like, yeah, we pulled up, we riding around. Dude had the Glock with the extendo right in between them. And I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
that's problem number one. Number two, Miko Bands, which is his brother, which is Takeoff's uncle as well. He flashed and talking about, yeah, we in the city, we just pulled up, we hitting with mob ties. He flashing his gun. So y'all got underlying beefs, y'all got egos, y'all got liquor, y'all we have to stop putting ourselves in certain positions. Is Quavo at fault? Absolutely not. Takeoff? Absolutely not. But we got to stop with this logic of, you know what I'm saying, I'm still saying Quavo from the hood, baby. No, you're not. You ain't even from Houston, baby. You ain't the same Quavo from Fulton County, let alone from Houston. So you ain't. We need to look at this situation. We need to look at the PNB Rock situation, Nipsey, Pop, all in the aspect of once you leave the hood, leave it.
Well, how about this way? You don't have to go. You can stay up and everybody can take themselves off of mute because this can be a great conversation. So everybody that's up can take themselves off mute and we can all have a discussion about it. And I just want to piggyback off of what you said in
Mm,
regards to when you get to a certain stature or a certain place in life, you have to separate yourself and no longer go into those places that you already left.
absolutely.
Um,
I would like to
me
say, I'm
hold
sorry.
on hold on one
But,
second. Me being me and the person that I am, and I know and I feel like y'all know I'm very humble. I feel like I'm not gonna say I am. I feel like I may be going places, but even though I feel like I'm maybe going places, a part of me feels like I don't want to ever feel like when I leave and go to a different place in life that I supposed to, leave where I'm from and where I'm at right now and just forget that it ever existed and never go back. But then there are some people that always tell me, once you leave here, Scotty, and
Mhm.
whenever things go the way that it should go for you, don't come the fuck back. Don't go to your old neighborhood. Don't go to the old corner stores you used to go to. Don't bring your ass back. And if you do come back for the holidays, don't let nobody know you here. So is it do you have to completely like unattach yourself from your previous background when go to a different place in life? That's my question. Because I'm not a
I
person with that.
And I think it would be, and see, before people, it's not victim blaming. What it is protection. Because Boosie, and Boosie is problematic as hell, but he said something years ago that has always stuck in my head. He said, don't he said, I don't go back home because people are not genuinely happy. People always get killed by their own hoods when they go back home, because just because you made it, it could be Pookie down the street like, oh, he think he's something, huh? He on TV, he think so everybody is not happy for you. So he said if you look at it historically, when rappers go back to the hood or from their home, their stomping grounds, they're typically murdered by those people. And that's what I'm saying with that logic. You have to separate yourself from situations that no longer fit you, because they're not hood niggas. Oh, sorry, they're not hood dudes no more. You know what I'm saying? And you have to understand that, right now I can go hang, go to the trap or such and such. I'm just, I'm not, that's just my people's. But once I hit that $1 million status, I can't go to the trap because everybody's always looking at their next lick. And if I'm sitting here with $1 million worth of jewelry, when I got racks in a duffel bag, everybody's looking at me like I'm your next, you my next meal ticket. You know what I'm saying? That's your next lick. And people are blinded when it comes to money, status, and circumstance. That's what I'm saying about not going back to those type of places, because you never know what happened. And this is not blaming them. This is saying we have to say, hell, I ain't the same Quavo from the hood. You damn right. I'm a multimillionaire, and I can't put myself in a position where I'm gonna be dead tomorrow, and my family is gonna be grieving that loss for the rest of their life. That's what I'm saying by it. But that was just me.
Okay. J Love,
I would,
Nina.
yeah, I
Yeah,
want
I
to
would
say
also
this.
say that
I'm
like
50 years old, and I used to do hip hop and stuff, and it's a protocol to going to those shows. When you go to Houston, most of the time you're going to get hospitality from Rap a Lot Records. Most of the people, Drake and all of them, that's who put Drake on Rap a Lot Records. When you go to Houston, you're gonna have to check in. That's just how it is in the rap game. You're gonna have to check in. All of those people that was riding the bus when that car was working millions of dollars. Rapper live music has been here for over 30, 40 years. They purchase is worth a lot of money. And then from what I know from the situation is they weren't just at the hood at the bowling alley. I think that bowling alley was privately rented out and only had so many people in it.
It
So it
was.
sounds like it was a private event. So when people keep on saying it's you going back to the hood and they been hood, it's a lot of people that's from the hood that has got money now that's doing something private together as millionaires. But something went wrong because I can personally say it. I can show you videos with me. I've been down there several times and no one got killed. I was with them when Young Turk got out of jail and Rap Alive gave him his birthday badge and stuff. No one there got killed. No one there got to arguing. No one there was aggressive or made anyone do anything. And everything was rented out privately and done correct. Something in this situation, which I don't know what it was, went wrong. And it shouldn't have. But when people just keep making it seem like, oh, they just some people, they just some out here being thuggish at the bowling alley, chilling like they was at the bowling alley for regular people, that's the wrong narrative. From what I've read, the place was rented out privately,
Mm.
and certain people were invited there. Particular people that were known were invited there. And from what I have, my understanding, there were no more than like 75 people there. So I don't know
And
if that's a ghetto thing or not. They just are being themselves. That's what they do. You and to
hmm
answer Scotty's question, you might not can't take the hood out of you. You could be worth a whole lot of money. And like I said, it was 40, 50, 60 millionaires. The Prince people, they're millionaires. Quavo, all them millionaires. They still doing regular people stuff because they just people.
and
And
Nina,
something
you
bad
are right.
happened.
I think it like
You
really
you
depends
are
on the
you
people
are
that
right.
you
Go
have
ahead, J Love.
around. I think it depends on the people that you have around you. Also, like when y'all say like you can't, go back to the same places. Well, also you can't really go and hang out with the same people you used to, especially if they're still in that rah rah stuff. Like you want to be
Mm-hmm.
around people that are gonna uphold the same values that you have, and it's just really sad. All I was gonna say was just like yesterday was just a really sad day. Like I've been in Houston since I would say 2015, and I learned at like very early just to be cautious about where I go. Like I remember I was at a college party and there was a shootout outside of it, and ever since then, like I just was turned off from partying. But it really just depends on like who you have around. But it's so sad that someone just so young lost his life, and it didn't even have to
Mm-hmm.
happen this way. It really didn't. It's just so that was what really resonated with me yesterday, was just the fact that like he was so young. He's the same age as my sister, and I couldn't imagine, my own sibling being gone at the hands of somebody else, at their mistake.
And
Mm-hmm.
him turning around and base like the angle at which I saw, and from what the autopsy, he literally just turned around and think, and it was just it. And when I
Autopsy?
say, oh, I'm sorry, but Nina, to your point, you are right. It was a privately rented out event, but the people that they were beefing with apparently showed up at the end of it. That's what I was meaning by separating yourselves, because I get Quavo. From what I heard, he was trying to be escalated, but I think it's just the person in me, and I think because I've seen so much and I've had to go through so much. As soon as they started arguing, I think for me, I would have left, simply because we don't have guns. We're not on our own territory. You know what I'm saying? This is a beef we don't know nothing about. We need to remove ourselves. And like I said, I've been in. Yeah, I can't. Yeah, like I said, my uncle was murdered in front of my grandmother. His sister, his child, and his nephews, by somebody he knew, and it was over a situation where he jumped in to try to be the mediator, to try to get it calmed down, and his friend was like, "Oh, this is what we doing."
Okay.
Can I
Can
speak to
can
the
you hear me?
videotaker aspect?
Hold on
Can
one
you hear
second,
me?
Prosperity. Let Hey Guys go because she been waiting to speak. Go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt anyone.
No,
But
no, go ahead.
I agree with the person who said that it was a private party, and I understand that a lot of people
go through, going back and, people, attacking them. But everybody that was an example, that wasn't the case. Like, I don't want to seem like I'm insensitive to anybody's personal situation, but that wasn't the case at all. Like the other person said, it, 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 it was a private party. And I just hate that whenever somebody's black is killed, you have everyone of every race, including our own, saying, oh, black people, oh, you shouldn't do this, oh, you shouldn't be hanging out with this, or you shouldn't be doing that. Like with PNB Rock, everybody blamed the girlfriend for, posting the location and being like, oh, you should have known better, oh, you should have known better. And I just hate that. With us, it's always, you should have known better. And I just, I really hate that, because there are other people, famous people, who have gotten hurt, maybe not killed as much, but have gotten hurt when they have private parties and all this stuff. They have gotten shot, they have gotten stabbed, they have gotten drugged. And I just hate the
Beat up
whole
with chairs,
black on
all
black
that stuff.
narrative thing. I really don't like that. That's all.
Another thing I want to say, and I'm not gonna say nothing else. When they were going down south to pay homage to Rap A Lot Records, a lot of people don't understand. Rap A Lot Records helped start Southern rap. Period. We wouldn't have Willie D and the Ghetto
Scarface.
Boys or UK or a lot of people if it wasn't for Rap A Lot. We wouldn't have Drake if it wasn't for Rap A Lot. So
Mhm.
kids like them, they feel like that's an honor to go down and hang with them, to hang with the Prince family. It's business too. That's doing business. Going down south is going to meet Jay Prince is just like going to meet Puff Daddy. You know what I'm saying? If you're a South record rapper going down south to meet Jay Prince is just like going to meet Jermaine Dupri. He's the man down there. Like it wouldn't be no Drake, no UGK. No, like I said, if it wasn't for this man, Ghetto Boys and stuff. And a lot of younger generation don't know that. That's why those kids are going down there hanging with his kids and doing all that because this label is history of Southern hip hop rap.
Mhm. Prosperity.
Yeah. I just want to speak to the video aspect of it.
Okay.
Why is it? Why does everything have to be done for clicks and views?
Mm.
Why? What happened to the care? What happened to the giving care about the family? This man wasn't even on the floor 5 minutes before somebody decided to pull their camera out and videotape this. As parents and as mothers, you will never forget the day you birthed your child. The last memory this lady probably had of her child before this was him smiling, probably leaving out the door, probably giving her a hug, probably telling her he loved her. But from now on, this may be the vision that she see every time she think about her son. Y'all took away the good moment that she could have, the last good moment she could have had with her child, because you wanted to get clicks and views and wanted people to see that, oh, I was the one. Why not put your phone down, throw your phone down, and go help these people that was trying to save this man's life? Y'all did the same thing to PMB. That man was fighting for his last breaths, trying to hold on for his daughter, for his family. But instead of helping the people that was trying to help him, y'all go and pick up a phone. Like, this is sick. Like, what happened to the love? I mean, like, do we even care about life anymore? This is
Mm.
the worst side of social media there is, because I thought social media, I remember when social media was just finding people you hadn't talked to in a long time, meeting new
Mm.
people you maybe have never would have met besides on social media. But this part right here, where everybody wants to go viral, everybody wants a blue check beside their name, it's sickening. This is something that you should never want to do. Why would you do that to somebody's family? I don't know, my son is gone, but if I just happen to cut on my phone, or his little brother or sister just happen to cut on their phone, and now they see their brother with no explanation, don't know what done happened, thinking your child is safe, and the next thing you know, you see your child with his head open. We got to stop trying to be vital and trying to look for moments, because these people have parents. These people have loved ones. And you would not want this to be your mom's last memory of you. You have all of these memories of your kids. And I'm trying to tell you, this right here will be in that lady's head forever. You never forget how you birthed your kids, and you will never. If you see something like this, this happened to my one of my sisters, my play sister. Her son was shot, and instead of people helping him, he's fighting and crying for his mother. And they sent my sister the video.
Oh my
Can you
God.
imagine having to live with that for the rest of your life? That's not right. It's not fair, and it shouldn't be happening. We got to do better, because this right here, this is not it. What happened to the compassion? Like, y'all, we got to get back to something. But this right here, this ain't it ever. So whoever out here feeling like you want to go viral, you want to go for a moment, make it your own. Don't make it somebody. Don't put somebody else's trauma and make other people feel. I'm just trying to tell y'all, this is something this lady probably will never forget. If he have children or he got little sisters and brothers, this stuff stay out here forever, y'all. Y'all know how PMB passed how many months ago? And then you can still, if you type in his name, that will still come up. This stuff don't go away, y'all. I'm just saying, like, come on now, we gotta have heart,
What
because
I
you
will
wouldn't want your
I
parents to go through
completely.
that.
what I will say is this, and this is from someone in the comments. They said that they agree with what you're saying, but videos and pictures do help solve cases.
That's
But
what I was gonna
in
say.
that
Yeah.
in that as
Now
in
get
that
that to the
aspect,
police.
that's what I was just about to say. In that aspect, give it to the police. Don't put it on social media. I, for one, did not see the images of Takeoff when I didn't want to see them. I didn't want to see them, and if it would have came across my timeline, I would have reported every single person that I saw post that, because I don't want to
It
see
needs
that.
to
I
be a
think,
crime.
I
yeah,
don't.
It's like it needs to be some. It needs to be repercussions behind stuff like this, because this is just ridiculous. Like, are you that pressed to have fame? Are you that you go jump off a bridge or something for yourself? Don't put nobody else family through something that you wouldn't want somebody else to put yours through. Bad enough they
but
got to
what
see him in the casket, but they
but
got
what
to
I
see him
don't
laying there.
But what I
Wait,
don't
No,
Jesus
I.
understand is
Christ.
this. What I don't understand is when stuff like that happens, the first thing they do is pull out their phone, but they don't pull out their phone to call 911. They pull out their phone to take
Exactly.
a picture or to record it. All that time you taking to take out your phone to record something, you can take out that phone to save somebody's life. But instead,
Thank
you
you.
want to record and you want to post something. You want to be the first one to post it. It's just like when people. I can't stand when people take pictures of a person laying in a casket. That irks
Thank
me. I
you.
hate when
Yeah,
people do that.
that part. Yeah.
So, to be honest, this is equivalent to someone taking a picture of someone laying in a casket. I hate that. I
I
don't
don't think it's the
understand why people.
equivalent
Thank
though.
you.
I
I don't think it's the
agree.
equivalent, y'all.
Why?
Um,
It's both disturbing to me. That's why I
I
said
know
it's
both.
equivalent.
I know both is disturbing, and I agree with both. I see both of y'all sides, and D, like I understand. I understand prosperity saying like, oh yeah, you know, you don't want that to be the last image. I I do agree with they shouldn't post it. I don't agree with they shouldn't record it, because the whole George Floyd thing, like if nobody would have pulled out their phone, it would have been like it would have
It's a
been.
give and
But this
take.
case, he was
His
already gone, baby. It was nothing they could have done. He was already gone.
That's what.
And the first thing they
But the
did, as soon as
people
they finished
around.
videotaping, it was uploaded to the internet.
I
That's what
think
I'm saying. I don't agree with the uploading to the internet. I agree with you on that part. I agree they shouldn't have posted it on the internet. I completely agree with that part, and I agree with the don't be posting people pictures in the casket. I agree with that part, but I do believe that those people who pull out those cameras in those times where people are super emotional, and they pull out their camera and they get the information that's needed for later. because there's a lot of times where I'm super emotional and then later on I'm like, what happened? Well, I think that happened. Well, I think that happened, and there's no proof. So I think that
I
those
do
people are
agree.
needed, but I don't believe that they should be posting it to the
That's the
internet.
only thing. That's
That's
the
the,
only
that's
thing.
that's what I believe. I
Yeah,
don't
that's the
believe that
only
they should.
thing.
Yeah,
I
I
agree
don't
with what
believe
you're
that they
saying.
should be condemned for getting evidence,
Yeah,
because
I agree with what
we
you're
need those
saying.
kind of people. We need people to have cool heads in emotional situations.
I
As
agree
I
with
bad as
what
agree
that
with
you
may
that.
sound.
I agree with what you're saying. My only issue with that is when it's placed on social media, it becomes
Yeah,
disrespectful to the
yeah,
families who
that's
see it
right.
on
Yeah,
Exactly.
social media. If you got to record it, if you feel like you need to record it for the sake of evidence or to show exactly what happened, take that footage and give it to the police.
Right.
Don't post it on your Facebook, don't post it on your
yeah,
Instagram
that
because
part.
it's too much. Sometimes people don't understand, they don't think about the people's families sometimes. That's my
At
only
all.
thing with that. Like, no one wants to see that. So, don't put that on social media. That's my whole point. Like,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Just the social media, it's the wanting to go viral for me, like over somebody's death. Like that is not a way I would want to go viral. Like what?
But
That makes
unfortunately,
no
this
sense.
generation is just so, they don't think like we
Desensitized.
do.
mm-hmm.
They're so desensitized. Everybody's looking for a moment, and like you said, people don't realize the effects because for them, they're looking for click likes and views. For parents and for the family, that's something different because you just prosperity. You said something. My grandmother said she she woke up every day and went to sleep with every night looking at like with that image playing in her head about what happened to my uncle. And she said it up until she left this world, right when it would have been, she died right when, at the end of, because the guy who killed him got 25 years. So right at that 25 years when he was being released
Release.
from prison,
Mm,
that's when she died. And she said up until she left this world that she never got that image out of her head. Now I can only imagine like if it was being videotaped. So like you're just, you're having a good time, you get on social media and then you see it. So for her, she said,
exactly.
just being at home, because he perished right in the walkway. So she said, she would look up, open the door, and she would see it, but she said she never moved
Okay,
because it
see.
was still that
Mm,
connection to him. But I could not imagine her being
mm,
in like Vegas or traveling the world and getting on social media and seeing the video. And so it's a
right.
constant state of grief, and people don't realize it because everybody's always looking for a moment, and they want to be in
Mhm.
the spotlight. And people have to stop thinking this we I don't know, maybe it's because we are in a world that no longer values life. These kids no
That's
longer
what it
value
is.
life. So they're not going to value, if they don't value their own life,
Their
they're
own.
not going to
Hmm.
value your life. I've heard so many kids say that they didn't expect to make it to 18. So if I don't
Yep.
see my life outside of being here on this earth for 18 years, why do I care about yours?
And D, I
Mm.
tell the kids that all the time. I tell parents that all the time. We no longer have the privilege of just worrying about our kids and wanting to make sure our kids good and make sure we give our kids something to inspire to. Because the kids that nobody care about, just like you said, may be the kid that harms your child. Because guess what? Nobody care about me. So why should I care about
Mm-hmm.
anybody else? I don't have nothing to live for. Ain't nobody pouring into me. So come on now, we can't. We don't have that luxury anymore. Because what if it was for wasn't for the people that came before us? If they say, you know what, I don't give a fuck about us sitting on the bus, back of the bus. I don't care about us not being able to vote. I don't care about us
Yep.
having to use a separate water fountain. I don't care about us being lynched.
Ooh,
It's up
yes.
to us because we
Mm-hmm.
are their, they are
That's
our
what I'm
future.
saying,
And if
y'all.
we don't give our future something to aspire to, the world's not going to stop. We're just going to have to live in a fucked up world that we helped create because we didn't care enough to even try to change it a little bit.
Yeah, I don't.
But that's what I'm that but also we have to take the good with the bad, because there's more good with this generation than bad, because the last generation, when something bad happens, there was no proof. It was just, we saw this, we saw that, we saw that. But now we have proof, and yes, it is heartbreaking to see that. But guess what? Emmett Till's mom, she put his imagery out there so they can see what they did to my baby, so they can see what exactly happened. People want to know what exactly happened. And if
But
people
that
don't
was
know
her
what
right
exactly
to.
happened, it's hard to get behind it. So I know that
But
it
like,
comes with a lot of bad and a lot of heartache, but like back in the day, if he would have got shot and it would have been his word against his word, and guess what? The big bad wolf would have won, and everybody. I'm not saying it's true. This is just allegedly, but everybody is looks at Jay Prince and Jazz Prince as the big bad wolf, and everybody's scared of them and afraid to talk. So if nobody would have recorded anything, we wouldn't have seen what happened. So
but
it's like,
we still didn't see nothing that happened. We just saw that man land on the floor from the footage that
no, we
we're
saw
talking about. That was just
no.
somebody's child laying on the floor with his head open.
There's a lot more footage. I'm not sure
No, I'm
if
just
you've
saying from
seen
the
it.
one that we're talking about.
Oh, okay, but yeah, but there's a lot more that connects to that puts people like, okay, you were here at that time, you were here at that time, you were here at that time. And so all I'm saying is that there's a lot more good than bad. Like I understand, like it looks like we don't care about humanity, and there's a lot of people out here who don't care about humanity,
A
who
lot of them,
do just
child.
want to get the
A
kids,
lot.
who do just want to get the clicks and the likes and all that stuff. But those people kind of are helping. I know it sounds bad. I know it sounds insensitive, but like if those people didn't exist, like it would like it's just a lot more good than bad. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, now before because I'm gonna bring something up that I reported on yesterday when we talked about this the first time when I first went live and talked about it, I'm gonna put that on the
Mhm.
screen. But before we do, there's Riri all day. She's a part of the conversation now, and I want to hear what she got to say before I put all that on the screen so we can discuss all that too. Go ahead.
Hey,
Hey, Ray
Scotty.
Ray.
Hey, Ruby.
All right. Oh, it's Ray Ray, not Riri. Girl, I'm
Wait,
sorry.
Yeah,
wait.
Ray
Oh,
Ray.
I'm
Ray
sorry.
Ray.
You just let me
Sorry,
butcher
Ray
your
Ray.
name, girl.
I was saying hi.
Go
Can you
ahead.
hear me well?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, I just chimed in. I saw the title. Is there something specific you guys are talking about, or I can just say what my question?
You can say your question because
Okay.
we're just talking about because we talked about the person of interest being revealed. I played the audio of the witness speaking, and we're
Mhm.
just speaking about this whole situation
Okay.
overall. So you can go ahead and say what you want to say.
Hey y'all. I just wanted to ask. Now, don't get me wrong with this question. Don't take it on a tangent, y'all. But
Uh huh.
since Quavo was the one in the argument with whomever, he don't get shot, but
But Takeoff does.
Takeoff is gone. So if he's in the argument, what did he do? Run and hide? I mean, what happened to where he don't get grazed?
Takeover was
He's
behind them.
mouthing
I saw
off.
something about that.
He was
It's
a
just
reckless person with
Takeoff.
a weapon and had no care for life and didn't pay attention to. That's why our parents always told us bullets don't have no names on.
And
Because if
Takeoff
somebody
was
reckless
and
and
Takeoff
pulled
was
out a pow
behind
pow,
him.
I saw.
now I
Takeoff
heard
was
now
behind him.
the witness statement you played. Was it that girl talking? The one that was standing next
Yeah.
to. Okay, yeah, I heard that too. I didn't hear you play it, but I did hear what she had to say. And again, I'm just questioning how now. And Quavo
I'm
is
sorry,
is
y'all. Wait a minute.
sure, and Quavo is big time loud mouth and all that. So
Mhm.
he's talking shit and talking shit and talking shit. I'm really curious to know how did he not get hurt at all, but his nephew is gone on the glory. That's something I
Mm.
would like for them
That
to.
other oh, I got a
I'm telling
question.
you, because somebody was reckless, just shooting, and he happened to
Somebody
get hit.
said
When y'all
Tracy
done, I
said
would
that
like
the
to
other
say something.
girl
Just saying.
I'm sorry. To the person who said Tracy, they said that it was another girl that lost her life. According
Oh,
to
no.
the detectives and the mayor,
Nobody else died.
yeah, they said nobody else. They said they had non-life threatening injuries and they had
Yeah,
been released from the hospital. But I'm sure back up. That's why I
I
wanted to
heard.
say.
Wow.
Go ahead, D. You had something to say, D?
Oh no, that's what I was saying.
I had
The
something.
detectives and the mayor said that it was 2 other people shot, which was a girl and a guy. However, they had 9 life-threatening injuries, and they had been released and sent home. So that's what I was saying. So nobody else was killed or critically injured. Those 2 people are home and they're fine.
But most of the time, this is normally how it happens. It's never the person that's doing that's starting it or involved in it. It's always the innocent ones that always end up being the ones that get hurt or killed.
Okay.
It's nothing new. It always happens.
Can I know everyone hasn't seen like all the videos and stuff. But I just wanted to say that I seen the video, like, I'm not sure if you guys seen it's the one where it's like where they're arguing before everything happened. Have y'all seen that one?
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I saw that one.
Okay, well, if y'all saw that one, y'all will see like when the guy comes, the guy with the hoodie, the black and the hoodie, he pulls out the gun or whatever. If y'all notice, the guy right next to Takeoff, he is ducking with the purple stripe on his back. He is ducking down before the guy even pulls out the gun, as if he knew something was gonna happen. Like he's ducking down way before the guy pulls out the gun. Like he knew what was gonna happen. So I'm not trying to accuse him.
And
This is
again, this
all
is why they need
allegedly,
to
but
send it into the police. Because it's
I
going to be a
just
lot of
think
conspiracy theories. We're going to be thinking things. We're going to
it's
see
not.
what something, and we're going to be like, that's this and that's that. But if they when
It's
they gave it
not.
to the police, maybe it could help.
like, does
I'm
anybody
not.
know how
I'm
it
not
looks?
pulling up a conspiracy theory though. Like
No, I'm
the
not talking
guy
about you.
who.
No, I'm not talking about you specifically, baby. I'm just saying with
I know.
everybody, we're going to see it differently. Everybody. I'm just saying if they would have given it to police, maybe it could help them figure some things out. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying you.
Oh,
My
I know, and
question was, does
I know, and
anybody
I
know?
completely agree with that. But all I'm saying is that the guy that was riding in the car in the back seat in the car with Quavo, they showed him as the shooter, and then the guy with the purple stripe on the back of his sweatshirt. When the guy started walking towards Takeoff, he bent down before he even pulled out the gun, and then when the Takeoff was walking, the guy with the gun backed up to make sure he got a good aim, and
Oh
they're
wow.
calling it stray bullets. Like if y'all look at that, and I'm not sure if Scotty could pull it up, but it doesn't show any gory. It doesn't show any blood or anything like that. Because I know you don't want to see him
Yeah.
in that kind of position. But if you pull that up, you can clearly see when the guy that was riding with them like walks up, the guy with the purple stripe on his back bends down way before he pulls out the gun and then backs up to get a good aim at Takeoff. And they saying it's like it just it's not
Oh,
conspiracy. I'm like I could like the conspiracy would be saying what I think happened.
It was a
I'm
It's
hit.
just saying
suspicious.
what I saw happen.
It's
I don't
suspicious.
think it. Okay, so what I'm thinking it is like, does anybody know what it looks like when you when you see somebody who's obviously carrying a weapon on them,
No, I'm
like
that's what I'm
when
saying.
they
I'm
got
trying
a
to.
like you could tell when somebody. Well, I don't know. Maybe it's because I hung around with thugs. Like you could tell when somebody got a gun on them, cause the guy had it. Like he had one of them had his hand kind of like standing behind his back a little bit, and the other one had his leg kind of like cocked out. So the dude, like I counted 2 guns before they even got there, and it was guns that approached them. So I think it was a kind of like, let me get ready to run. So like let me get out, let me get out of the way. Yeah, so
Somebody
boom.
go down.
But I agree because I just went back
Mm-hmm.
and watched the video as you were talking. And you can see him kind of like starting to back up and get down. And I think he could just see the writing on the wall, like something was gonna go all the way wrong.
Did they
Because you
say
could
where Jay Prince
I wish you'd
was?
have pulled Takeoff down with him.
And that was
but
the people who was with him. And I saw somebody in the chat say, "Oh, even if I aim at somebody, I could be off." Takeoff was the
Mm-hmm.
only one in that area he was shooting at. It wasn't like it was a big crowd. It was
Wow.
just Takeoff and that guy who ducked down. So when the guy ducked down, Takeoff was the only other person
hold
left.
on.
Did they say where Jay
You feel
Prince
me?
was?
It was 3 people shot. So he was. I'm looking at the video now. It was 3 other people. It was 3 people altogether. See, this
But
is
we
why I
don't know
said I
what
wasn't going
gun
to get
we.
no
But the
video.
thing
The
is, with the
two
other people,
the
we
two
don't
We
know
don't know
what
what
suspects
we
gun
don't
is
know
came
what
from
used.
the
gun he
other
got hit with.
side.
We
Right?
don't know where he got hit. It it
Yeah, we
it's
don't.
it it's like I said, it's unfortunate, and it's one of those things where it's the ego, it's the pride, it's the guns, it's so many different things going on, and only thing I can do is just continuously pray for them, because I can only imagine. I seen the video of like Quavo trying to get him up, you know what I'm saying, and Quavo screaming for him to get help, and I can't imagine, that being my nephew on the ground and in that situation, and before he passed out, and then like you said, his mother. I thought it was very telling when the police chief came on and said, let's stop and do this first. This, I know he's a celebrity and he's a rapper, he's this, but he's somebody's child, he's somebody's nephew, cousin, and we have to put the human aspect back in this case.
I
And I
did
think
how
that's
they how
That
they
same police chief is the
humanized
same one who's under
him. Yeah, that was pretty
investigation
good.
for helping Travis Scott, though. Just saying.
But
I
Okay,
don't know nothing
I
before
about
think
that.
the thing
wait, wait,
is,
wait,
we
wait,
need to
wait,
learn how.
wait a minute. Before we continue, I just want to take out the time to say we are now at 621 people watching right about
Right.
now, and
Get
we
that
have
right.
288 likes. Please like this video, y'all. We got to make the likes match the views, child, because people
Please.
quick to say that you trying to buy views and shit, and that ain't what I do. I ain't got the coin to be buying no views. So
It's free
please be sure to like.
99.
$3.99 to like a video. Now we at 300 likes and 600 people. Get me up to 400 likes at least at this point. Okay, so we can. So before we continue the conversation, let me
Show the
bring something
pictures.
up that was posted on the neighborhood talk. Now I think you guys remember this lady. This lady goes by the name of Sabrina Peters.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
Yeah, she was a part of the whole Tiny and Ti lawsuit. She was the person that jump started
She
that
started
particular
it.
lawsuit. Yeah, that jump started the particular lawsuit. However, she said something that pretty much pissed a lot of people off
Don't
on
she
social
always?
media. Yeah, she posted something, and I'm gonna put it up here, and I'm gonna read it to you guys, and I want to hear your thoughts on what she said because it was posted on the neighborhood talk, and people were dragging her ass for it. Let me make sure
Ooh, I don't like
everybody sees it. Okay, so this is what she said. She said, "I think it's the karma of the lyrics that are actually often rappers. You can't feed a
Oh,
community
bitch.
lyrics that off a community and also be safe from the repercussions of that energy. The music needs to change. This drill music is about to take out our younger generation. Two, praying for all the mothers that lost their kids to the dark energy that hip hop lyrics have impacted the thought process of the black community. This baby was unproblematic, but the issue is that the culture doesn't discriminate. Now she said, and not only
what.
did she say that, but after she was drugged, wait, I know you're ready to go off, but wait a minute. Before she was drugged, now after she was drugged on social media, she came back into the neighborhood talk, and she also said this. She said, "I apologize to the sheep that I upset, but I said what I said." Now y'all can go ahead.
She the same bitch that stabbed somebody. Ain't she the
What?
same bitch that's been violent a whole lot in the past and has been arrested for her violence? So is she a part of the culture? Girl, you need to keep your mouth off of situations that ain't got nothing to do with you. If you ain't got nothing good to say, why are you talking? This is the damn problem. Everybody wants to go viral. The TI and them thing done died down. Now you need a moment. This ain't your moment, sis. And when you worried about the damn culture and the situation and the things that these people perpetrate, you're gonna be feeling like a fool if they come perpetrate it at your damn house. Shut the hell up. This is somebody's child. It don't matter what he rapped about. It don't matter what he said. That whenever we saw that man was always the least problematic person in the goddamn in the lands. So why would you? I swear, child, I'd have went
Okay,
to Georgia
so
and whooped your ass if I
Look,
was his
So
mama.
does
okay,
so
so
there
there's
are
a comment.
people.
Oh, I'm
Okay.
sorry, hold on. There's a comment in the chat that says sometimes your message is not received because of the messenger. I don't think it's because of it's Sabrina. I think it's because she did
Wasn't
it
a
now.
message.
Yeah, she did it
Yeah, that
now.
wasn't even a message for now.
What she
But
said
go ahead.
may be true. However,
This ain't the time.
That's what
it does not apply per se because
thank you. They
he
don't do drill.
he pretty much got shot by, you know, somebody stupid, and it doesn't have anything to do with his lyrics. She, you know, she has her own mind and she wants to say what she wants to say, but it's just the wrong time to try and deliver that message because it just does not apply in this case.
Yeah,
And
and
she
it
didn't
comes
have a
across as
message.
Down
That
Peachtree.
wasn't a message. That was her trying to
I'm
be
not.
viral, trying to get her some clout. That's what that was. Point
I'm
blank
not sure.
period.
I was
Okay,
gonna
so
say.
does
I'm
that go
sorry.
for Lakeith
I'm not sure.
Stansfield as well?
What?
Hmm?
I said, would we apply that to Lakeith Stansfield? Because he said something around the same that
Oh, let me
if
go
you
and
for
get his
gangster rap, you
too.
can't be for black people. I sent it to you.
Yeah.
Let me
See
his
what?
too, because I didn't
See
even.
my
I see it.
my thing is. ev- Can oh, if you want me to wait, I'll wait. I'm sorry.
No, no, go ahead and say it. I'm gonna let you say what you got to say before I put stuff up there. Go ahead.
Oh, okay, I was gonna say, yeah, drill rap is bad. People talking about, oh, I smoke a this, smoke a that. Yeah, that is bad, but that does not apply. And I hate when people take uh what do you call it, stereotypes and apply it over all black people.
You're
Okay,
lumping
the
them together.
Migos, yeah, the Migos, yeah, they rapped about bad stuff, but they rapped about selling drugs. They didn't rap about like killing people. So I don't. So I'm like, what are you talking about, girl? Like they talked about cooking drugs, stir fry, like
Cooking up dope in the
they
crock
talk
pot.
about they talk about drugs, selling drugs, but they ain't talk
Mama,
like, girl, what are you talking about? That's
I
why I
heard
was
that
like, girl,
song in a long time.
what are you talking about? That's what I was feeling. But
That's what
yeah,
I'm telling you. That's how you know it was about. She was what, looking for a moment. Girl, you want to be Kenya Moore? Go sit down somewhere. You're not the moment. You're not going to get one. That
Now
is
I'm gonna say this.
ridiculous.
I'm gonna also say this. Now, K Michelle also made a comment, and people suspect that it's in response to what Sabrina said. Now, I don't have it on the screen, but this is what was suspected. The comments that were suspected. K Michelle. Let me go to her page. I'd rather go to her page and get it because I saw that on a message board that people were suspecting. And Gossip of the City took it and posted it as well. So let me go to
okay,
K Michelle's
Michelle, don't let
page.
me down.
What you say?
I love her. I said, K Michelle, please don't let me down. Please don't think. Please don't be adding to it. Don't let me
Why
Okay,
down.
so
did
this is
Michelle
so this is
look like
these
Moniece?
these are these are these are the series of posts that K Michelle made on her Instagram story. She says the need for clout and
Thank
attention
you.
is at an all-time high. Please shut the F up sometimes, especially when you are not even invited to the barbecue. Never recorded a song or charted in your life, but always are quick to hop in any music business acting as an advocate only when it involves high profile people. They will use shock
Mhm.
value and the controversy of the moment just to include themselves. They want to fit in so bad. You can't advocate for positivity when you're the biggest devil of them all. If you're always mad at the music business and you're not even in it, it's giving real obsessed. It's giving I'll take any type of attention, even if it's controversy, just to be included or seen. These type of people scare me. I could never try to gain followers off someone else's pain.
Exactly.
Then
well,
let me see. I think that's the only one that they
Thank
said.
you, K
Yeah.
Michelle. Didn't let me down. Thank you, Lord. Thank you.
So, any comments on what K Michelle said?
She was
she
absolutely
said
right
what
in
she
everything
said.
she said, because that's exactly what I said. She was doing it for a moment. We might not be able to recognize you from Moniece now, but we do know you still will pop your ish.
Yeah, I call her K Moniece. Just like that. Yeah, I think that was on point. I'm glad she said it. I just wish she would have added her. So, you know, because, you know, K Moniece ain't scared, but maybe, you know, she didn't
K
want to. But I just
Moniece.
wish she would have.
And she also, I think she said some more stuff. She also said, let me see. claiming to be claiming everybody is their friend. Chances are they are fake. No one can be everyone's friend. My dad would always say it's one thing to be cordial, but if a person is smiling in and out of everybody's face, calling them friend, brother, or sister, just know that this person carries the faces of many in their purse and will switch faces to accommodate whomever is in the room. They spend so
Why
much
she gotta
time
bring
trying
him
to
on the
be cool
table?
with others that there's not many more hours left in the day for them to actually be themselves. Watch these I'm so real folks.
Ooh.
Was she even reading like Monique Wood, child?
All
Hey
right, what's
y'all.
going on, Andrea? So you had me. You almost had me going for a minute. I saw Armand in your damn ad. I said not Armand in my shit. Oh my god! But what you
My
got to
bad.
say though?
You had a fan
I just
moment.
wanted to say that the situation is a very sad situation, and there are a lot of people out here clout chasing, and they got a lot of sad people that are like, for instance, E News. Charlamagne gave them donkey of the day because they put up
Oh my
a
God.
picture of Offset instead of Takeoff as the person that got killed, and Offset wasn't even there. And then all these videos and pictures that people are putting up and talking about is very disrespectful to the family. Like nobody's thinking about the family that has to see all of this. And I just feel like it's sad. There are a lot of clout chases per usual. Everybody wants to jump on the condolences, which that's fine. But don't be out here acting like y'all not doing shit for clout or posting his picture or whatever that you might have only met him in passing and want to post his picture now. So I just think it's very sad. It's a very sad situation, and I hate it. I hate to see it. I just hate to see it.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm sorry.
so were
I know
you
I've been.
were you here when? Huh?
No, I'm sorry. I was waiting for a time. I don't want to keep interrupting. You know, somebody said like I'm like interrupting you. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that.
No. Go ahead. It's this is going to happen. This is StreamYard. Sometimes there's delays and it comes across like
Yeah.
you're interrupting, but you probably not really interrupting. It may be a delay. So go ahead.
No, I was gonna say that guy. Is it Gilly? Gilly's his name.
Oh yeah.
The one who
Gilliam
came
did.
out and was like, "Oh, y'all
Mm-hmm.
doing this for clicks and all this stuff," but he came out the same day saying that. So he doing the same thing and maybe from the other side of the coin, but he coming out talking about, oh, y'all saying this and y'all doing this and y'all trying to get the clicks and the likes and all of this and f y'all and f y'all and f y'all this, knowing that it was gonna get him clicks and likes too. So it's like, my brother, this didn't come out a week later and you were like grieving, you were done grieving and you came out and were like, you know what? This whole time I was grieving y'all, I saw y'all coming out for clicks and I didn't appreciate that. He came out the same day, a couple hours later, and I know he ain't that close to talk to them people. So he getting clicks and likes too. Trying to seem like he like self righteous, like, oh, y'all out here putting out the story and talking about this for clicks and likes. Like,
I really
sir,
do
what are you
believe,
doing?
I got
but I
okay.
really do
I got a
believe he just
perspective.
hopped on there out in anger. I really do believe that he was angry at the fact because he just said what we all said, and we lied. We might not get clicks and views from it, but people gonna hear us say it. So I really think that he felt some type of way, and in the moment he wanted to let them know how he felt. That's how I actually feel about it. He may have got clicks
After
and
that.
views from it, but I really think he was coming from a genuine place because I was saying the exact same thing.
Okay, so I got a
Okay,
question. What
go ahead,
if?
Danita.
Sorry, we're
I
all
said go ahead.
saying. Okay, we're all saying it's too soon. However, what if this is the time for us to hear it? Because
Hmm.
if this comes next week or the week after, everybody gonna be over it. Oh, this is late. Oh, you should have said something then. But I think because it's so raw right now, sometimes we have to say, stop posting pictures of people being murdered because it's a shock to the family. Stop trying to get clout off of this situation. If you're going to be an activist today, be an activist tomorrow. Don't be trying to get clout for 364 days, for 363 days out the year. And then the other two, you're an activist. Sometimes the spots with things being this hot can be a cultivate for change. I'm just trying to look at it in all ways.
Okay, now listen.
I
Now,
agree.
someone brought up that guy. What's his name? I want to. Lakeith
Lakeith
Gilly?
Stanfield.
Stanfield. Yeah,
Okay,
You
so
talking
let
about
Lakeith.
me
Gilly?
put. Is that his name? I don't know. But
Yes,
however,
Gilly,
I'm
yeah.
finna pull it up. Okay, we finna pull it up so we can discuss that. Damn, that shit small. Let me
Oh,
look
this
at it
not
on
the
my.
same person. It's a totally
Okay,
different person.
okay.
Shit, can
But
you read
let
that,
me.
Scott?
I'm finna read it off my phone, baby. So y'all can get a better understanding. Cause I ain't even finna. I'm not even finna try to do all that.
I'm glad I'm
No.
not the
Where?
only blind person up here.
Because
Ooh, ah,
whoa,
Okay.
I
she's so
can't see none of that. I see the top part and that's it. And Lakeith
Oh,
need
cute.
to be
I was
Right.
about
quiet
to say
too.
he's fine.
I don't went
I'm finna read
cross-eyed
it from
trying to
my.
read this.
I'm reading it from
I
my
think it's
phone.
a
I'm
dumb deal.
I'm even having a I had to screenshot it so I can zoom in on it so I can
Make it
read it.
bigger.
Okay, so this is what it says. It says the dangerous toxicity associated with this glorified black cereal offer and off music and imagery got people thinking it's cool to hurt those that look like them and only them. It's okay to embrace the realities of life in the harder areas, but let's think about not holding up this behavior in our circles. Let's make it cool to embrace life, travel, and learn new things. I know that's I know that's the scope of issues we have to contend with is much larger than just this, and that we have a lot of work to do in many areas to restore our hearts and minds after centuries of persecution and manipulation. But we have to start somewhere. At some level, we have to see our lives as valuable so we think before we react and see another human when we look at a human man. We must stop holding this self-destructive shit up and embrace things that build us as a whole so that we can lead the world in the direction of prosperity by example. Getting reckless now and again is part of who we are, but for the most part turn that stupid shit off.
I got something to say. Hold on.
Yes, prosperity.
First of all, uh, y'all, the headline itself is misleading to me.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, my phone was ringing. Itself is misleading to me because for the simple fact, you can't say if you for gangster rap, you for black people. Some of prolific gangster rappers back in the day, Snoops and the Snoops of the world, the Ice Cubes, they are doing nothing but uplifting the black community. So
Yep.
just because you rap about something does not mean that's really the life that they were leading, those gangster rappers then. The Migos wasn't no damn gangster rappers. The Migos to me aren't gangster rappers. They
They're
more,
not.
they give you a bop. They give you like a cooler bop, you know what I'm saying? They wasn't no gangster rapper, so he could miss me with that. I don't like that statement. I just don't.
I was just
That's
about
all.
to
Just
Anybody
like
say.
Sabrina.
I
Just
also,
stupid. They just talking to hear that self talking. They want a movement.
I was just about to say. I never heard the Migos being gangster. I mean, I'm like, who is he talking about? Again, people talking at the side of their neck just so that they can have something to say and try and prove a point. But he's just all the way wrong with that because again, just like with that girl, whatever her name is, it does not apply here. It may be a true situation, but they just got the wrong person.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like, to me, as fine as Lakeith is to me, I consider him an Owens Minaj West, which
Mm,
means,
Oh,
which
Damn.
means,
wow.
which means he's a
oh,
product of Candace Owens, Kanye West. You know what I'm saying? Like he's one
And
of
Nicki
them,
Minaj.
and Nicki Minaj. Yeah, he's one of those people who say the right things when it doesn't apply, only when it's to benefit them. Because Nicki Minaj is a white supremacist. I don't care what nobody says. So is Kanye West, and so is Candace Owens. Now, lately, Candace Owens has came out and said some true shit about what happens with black people. Kanye West has came out and said some true shit about what happens with black people. Nicki Minaj has came out and said some true shit about what happens with black people, but only because it's affecting their pockets. They don't give a fuck. They really don't. So I consider him a part of uh the Owens Minaj West crew. They
You
just
know what? That is
they
a hell
shit
of a.
on black people and then come out and speak facts to get to, to
Let
get
me tell
people
you
on their
something.
side when people
Did you
shouldn't
say?
be
Make
on their
money off
side.
them.
Did you say Owens Minaj West?
Yep.
That is a family reunion I will not be attending. Okay? Not.
Be attending.
Oh shit. No,
That's
thank
Now
all
you.
listen.
they do. They shit on black people
Now
all day, and then when they get in trouble, then they speak facts
They
and
want us to help.
support me. Mm.
hold on, y'all. Wait a minute. Let me respond to somebody in the chat. Listen,
Oh,
y'all,
Lord.
this happens every time I let people come up. If people have a different perspective, the link is pinned in the chat. We keep saying, y'all keep telling me I need to take callers with a different perspective. Everybody's saying the same thing. Well, the people with the different perspective haven't come up yet, and it's open for them to come up. The link is pinned. So if you have a different perspective, you're welcome to come up. I don't know what anyone's perspective is going to be when they come up here. So you can't blame me. I don't know what they're going to say when I let them up. Who knows what they're going to
And
say? But
basically,
if there's a different perspective, if you have a different perspective, please click the link. It's just that simple.
if y'all referring to me being up here, because I don't remember nobody else up
Nah,
being up here being up here.
no. We ain't gonna do it. We ain't gonna do it. I already
I'm
said
gonna
it. We
speak
ain't gonna.
my opinion each and every time. That's crazy.
Yeah, don't worry about it. I mean, it is what it is. But I'm just saying, like, if people have a different perspective, they can come up. It's not a problem.
because I
It's
just came to
always
dance for
like they
y'all.
said this the last time it was live. And it's always the people that say that. But then we did get somebody that had a different perspective when we was for the Love and Marriage Huntsville. They came up and spoke their piece and nobody went in on them. Like Scotty's not gonna let you come in and just get towed down, beat down. Come in and say what you gotta say. It's all up for interpretation.
Okay, so we got two new people up here now. Lauren, you came up first, and then Kare, I want to
Cardi.
say. Okay, Kari. Okay, so damn, Lauren left so fast. Okay, so since you still up here, go ahead.
You talking to me, Scotty?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
I'm talking to
Okay,
you.
and it's correct. I'm good.
Okay.
I just wanted to add. It seems like everybody's on your. And you told me to call in, so I'm calling in. It seems like everybody's kind of echoing and saying the same thing. There's nothing a no different perspective in it. I didn't follow rap music, so I can't pretend I know familiar with the Mingos. Only thing I know about them is when I was seeing the blogs. And I think the blogs kind of followed them, to be honest with you, because Offset was married to Cardi B, so they used to be heavily into blogs.
Hmm.
I don't listen to the music. But it seems like some of these people have made comments, like Master P and some other people have made comments about the culture of rap music. They're right. I don't know what the Migos sung about. Didn't listen to the music. But they all portray this certain image of this bravado, of this macho male with the jewelry, the grills. They give off this certain air about them. And I don't know what caused this young man's death. We all probably won't know for days or weeks what really caused his death. We know they was at a crap game, and everybody know what a crap game. You gambling. So that part hasn't been touched on. So we don't really know all the details. I haven't watched it. I seen the one video of him laying on the ground, but as far as these other videos that everybody's mentioned, I have not seen those. But a lot of these people that are speaking out, they're right. Whether that led to his death, we don't know that. But they all give off this certain mystique, this certain, like I say, image that just hurts black men in general. I mean, you don't hear about these other the same way we killing each other in the streets, in the neighborhoods. This it's all in the rap music also. A lot of these guys, every time you turn around, every other month, some rapper, half of them I've not even heard of, is being murdered. Never heard of this PNB Rock guy till he was murdered. Um, I heard of the guy Pop Smoke, but it was here and there because like I said, I don't follow the music. But they all live this, and if you look at every last pull up, Google the picture, an image of every last one of them, they all look the same. The chains around the neck, the grills in the teeth, the designer clothes, they all follow the same blueprint of
Hold
this
on
is
one
what we're
second.
gonna do.
Hold on one second. I don't want to cut you off. I'm just letting y'all know I gotta go outside and get my DoorDash. But continue, y'all.
Okay, they all follow
You
the
know
same
what?
blueprint. They all follow the same blueprint of we got this macho man attitude that we got to all look the same, all act the same, we all speak the same. It's just like, and I mean, I don't know. Like I said, I don't follow the music, but I know what I see, and what's gonna go on to the next one. In a couple months, will be another guy in the rap game murdered. I mean, it seems like every few months there's somebody killed.
That's everyday
Well,
life.
I would say this. You know what? I would say this. They might all have like the same blueprint as far as how they look, aesthetically. But just because they look a certain way, I just feel like it's not right for nobody to get
We
gunned
can't lump
down
them
that
all
way.
together.
Yeah, and then the crap game that they was at, the way that they put it out in the media was like they was at some illegal thing. It was actually a handful of people that was invited to that crap game because it was a private game that the Migos was like holding. So most of them people knew each other. You know what I'm saying? So they felt safe. You could see that they felt kind of, okay to be in that area with the people that they were in. So I get what you're saying too. Like they all do kind of, mimic the same image, but that's still not grounds for how they get gunned down. It's just crazy.
No, but you think about it. What are they getting? A lot of these, the guy Pop Smoke and the guy PNB Rock, both of them was murdered over jewelry. So they put on this image that they're spending all this money on these chains, right? They bragging about how much they spend on these chains, these cars, right? And then you have these guys that's in the streets that don't have that for whatever reason, right? So they see an opportunity to take what they see, just like the PNB Rock guy. Like I said, I never heard of that young man until he was murdered. But when I seen the story on the blogs and stuff about how the people that actually killed him, that was an opportunity. They seen him in the ghetto with the flashy jewelry
But
and
they
stuff
weren't
on, the
trying to
flashy
rob
car.
him, though. They weren't
Listen,
trying to rob him.
Yeah, they weren't trying to rob him at all.
It was just a reckless shooting from a butt wipe who shouldn't have had a gun.
Not a butt wipe.
What is a regular shooting? What does that mean? Regular shooting? They think it was an opportunity. It was a crime of
Meaning
opportunity.
that there was no robbery intended like PNB and the other people that
You said it, but in the news they said that they wanted to change. They took the jewelry off of him and then
No,
killed
we
him.
talking about Takeoff.
You talking about PMB?
Hello, can y'all hear me?
I got a
Yeah,
question.
we talking about Takeoff.
I'm
Takeoff,
new to the
it
group. I
was
just want to
random.
add
Takeoff. The
Hi, can I
person
jump
a
in?
little bit
Hold on, y'all. Hold on. We
perspective.
can't have too many people talking at the same time, y'all. Like we gotta talk one at a time. And also for those of you that are trying to come in, it's full right now. But if I'm still on for another hour or so, I will, because I know people will probably drop as time goes on. But right now we can't let anyone else up. I know I walked out to get my my DoorDash. Did Breezy or Lauren talk at all while I was gone?
No.
Okay, so how about this? First of all, Corey, I think that's your name. Thank you.
That's it.
I'm appreciating your commentary most definitely because it's a different perspective. So you can stay up now. Breezy, Lauren, and Marilyn, you guys are the newest three up. So go ahead and speak your piece. Starting with Lauren.
Yeah. Thank you so much. I was on early, but I was having some sound issues, so I had to drop. But yeah, so I think that we really need to be honest about the situation. I don't know what this obsession that we as like Black people have with hood culture. I don't know why you have these rappers or these entertainers. They get to this height of their career where they are able to elevate legions and universes beyond where the low income, low resource communities where they were raised, but for some reason they are still drawn to those environments. You're in a completely different state. Like, why do you want to be in some like low income neighborhood, participating in like low income, like low resource active or low vibrational, if you will, activities? Like, why are you as a millionaire even shooting dice? Like, what are you guys doing? And then just besides
Mm.
that, I think that there is this issue of very low emotional intelligence, and literally zero or little to no conflict resolution skills. Even if you are going to, do whatever games you want to do, people have whatever disagreements they may be, whether it's, you guys are just cracking on each other and then somehow it gets serious. I'm just like, dang, do people not even fight anymore? Like, why is everybody reaching
Nope.
for a gun? Especially when you just spent all this time hanging out with these people. Of course, do I think that Takeoff deserved to, leave this earth like over foolishness? No, but I do think that this situation does speak largely to the culture. And do I really think that this is going to change, at least in my lifetime, as someone who's 27 years old? No, because I think I wasn't near my phone, so I wasn't sure who was speaking. But it's like every year, every few months, there's some like major profile person that dies. We come together, have these same conversations, forget, and then somebody else dies over nothing. It's not like these people are like going to war and dying like honorable deaths. They're dying over calling someone a snitch, someone wanting their jewelry, a dice game. Like, it's embarrassing. Like, just it's embarrassing, and I don't know when people are going to get tired of it.
Hey,
I
Lauren,
Yep.
I was gonna say, I completely agree with you as far as, like drill music and violence and everything like that. But what I don't agree with is everyone applying that over every single situation. Every
Mm.
time a black person or a black person in entertainment, especially a black male, dies, and believe me, I'm not out here trying to be like, oh, I go up for black males because they trash. I'm just gonna say that. But in this situation with the Migos, it does not apply. And that's what frustrates me, is that people just apply these blanket statements whenever a black man dies when that's not the situation. Like when it
exactly.
comes to Nipsey, he died over, calling someone a snitch. Now that is a situation to where we need to be like, hey, stop this black on black crime. Stop going after people for stupid stuff. But in this situation, it does not apply. And I just wish that people who come to speak out and be like, to come to police black people, like
Mhm.
when people come to police black people, and every time a black man dies, it's like, oh, black men, stop doing this, you need to stop doing that. And it's like they don't even look at the situation. To me, that just says that just says that you have internalized white supremacy, because
Right.
that's what white supremacists
Mhm.
do. They don't look at the situation. They just say, "Oh, you're black, so that's
Mhm.
the situation." And so when we have our own people coming out to say, Migos, Takeoff, he's a black man, he's a rapper, not knowing anything he rapped about, not knowing
Mhm.
anything he stood for, not knowing he
Well,
was a
for the
kind,
community.
gentle soul that everyone loved. He never was in no bullshit. And y'all coming out here talking about, oh, that's the rap culture. You need to stop doing this, stop doing that. That's internalized white supremacy. And that's what I have a problem with. I don't have a problem with people speaking out on the bullshit that happens with black men and their egos and their violence, because that is true. That is
Yeah.
true, and that does need to stop. But
Can
when
I
y'all
push
apply
back
it
just
to
a
stuff
little?
that doesn't,
But
of course you can. But I'm if I just finish my one sentence, I
No,
would
yeah,
be
you're good.
honored to hear. But when you just come out and you don't know anything, like people just come on here and say, I've never heard of the Migos, I've never heard their music, I don't know who this guy is. But you know what, black men, you need to stop doing this. That is white supremacy shit, and I don't fuck with it.
Yeah.
and also, can I piggyback off of that really quickly?
Can I just
The
jump in
thing that
really
I
quick?
didn't like
Oh,
was
who was
the
speaking
low
before?
vibrational thing. I'm from New Orleans, okay? So the hood thing and hanging out in the hoods and the ghettos, like as you would say, I don't know where you're from, but a lot of the times people go, it wasn't like they did something and went out to be put in these situations. They were in literally a situation where they thought that they could control the people that they were around. It was a private, it wasn't like a regular dice game where they out on the ground shooting dice. No, they were at crap tables. They made that for their fans to come in, the people that they felt safe around. And that's why it was like invite only. It was a private game. So it wasn't like they were hanging out, as you said, in the hood. They actually made it to where they were somewhere where they could feel safe and comfortable. So when people say low vibrational, I'm so sick of that word, because of the one girl that came out and said that not everybody want to use that and run with it and conflate that with black men or just black people in general. I'm not here for that. Now your opinion is your opinion, but I just think that was, I don't know, they weren't in the hood, and even if
Yeah.
they were in the hood, they're from the hood,
Yeah. So
and
Can
it
I
doesn't give
speak?
anybody a right to
I
take their
haven't
can
life.
spoke
I
yet.
just wanted to respond to this
Hold,
person, and
go ahead,
I wasn't.
Lauren.
Yeah, sorry. I didn't catch the name of the person that was speaking before, on Andrea or Andrea. But yeah, so you were talking about how you felt like this situation didn't apply to like this whole like overarching like theme of I guess like quote unquote black on black crime or black male, crime. I would push back and say, I'm sorry. Yeah, I would push
Okay,
back.
that's not what you said.
I didn't
That
hear
was
that.
me. Hey y'all. I'm sorry to interrupt you, Lauren. I just wanted to let
Could
you
I
know that I was
speak?
the person who was talking. Sorry about that. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I can't see the name. Sorry.
Okay.
Oh, go ahead, Lauren. You'll be able
Okay.
to
Yeah.
speak on that. It's some people that still ain't spoke yet, so I'm trying to get everybody the opportunity. Go ahead,
Okay,
Yeah.
Lauren.
baby, because
So
I've been
yeah, I
trying to get
was.
in.
Yeah, so
Okay.
I would say that this situation does fall under the umbrella. Do I think that Takeoff did something like himself to cause like his own demise? No, I don't. When I'm like, I guess like what I'm speaking to is more so this culture of like low emotional intelligence, and like zero conflict resolution skills. So that's what I'm mostly speaking to. I probably could have been more clear in explaining that. But in regards to kind of like the Migos and like their images and their own like image, I did catch some of the conversation earlier. But like, again, I feel like we kind of need to be honest. Are they, like just straight up like street rappers and like just super hood? No, I don't agree. I no, I don't believe that. But it's not like they were, releasing healing music, like in their music, they do talk about like drugs and stuff. They do talk about, gangs and all of that stuff. Like they do. Like, am I saying that, they shouldn't? Like, I don't know. That's up for debate. I have my own personal opinion, but that is part of their image. Um, and I feel like when you do have an image like that, you do have to actively live. You do have to actively, like, I guess, live up to that. Someone else, I think Andrea was saying that they weren't in the hood. They like had posted. I don't know if it was Quavo or someone else had posted to their Instagram story saying that they were in like Fifth Ward. From my understanding, Fifth Ward is some like, Buckhead region.
No,
So
that's very
He
true.
was driving
so
down Fifth
yeah, so
Ward.
that's what I was talking about when I said like I don't know what this obsession with like going to like the hood is. So that's what I was kind of like speaking to. But
But I'm
just
just
to
saying
kind of
that they're
like
from the hood. That's it. Like they're
no,
from the hood,
yeah,
so they feel a little bit comfortable. You know what I mean?
no, I
Because being
understand
from
that.
the
And I
hood,
was saying before is that, you know, I understand, having an appreciation from, these areas where you come from and, you grew up there. But, now that you are in a position where you have more resources, have more access, like what is tying you so much to like I guess, like gutter subculture that you just
Oh
can't
my
whoa,
see?
God.
Oh
Gutter.
my
Oh,
God.
but that's
Gutter.
that's how I feel.
Oh
Hold
Actually,
up,
my
hold up,
God.
hold
Wait
up,
a
hold up,
minute.
hold up, wait, hold
that's
up,
just how I
y'all. Don't
feel.
start. Hold up. Hold
Yeah.
on.
Can I
Hold
speak when
on.
my
Oh
phone
Lord, let me
dies?
mute myself.
Hold
Hi.
on.
Can I?
Hold on,
Can I?
y'all. Wait.
Hey, Lauren. I'm
Uh,
I'm so sorry. I'm not trying to interrupt anybody,
Can I
but
speak
I
when my
think
phone
that
dies?
I
Oh
was
no,
the
I was
main
done. I was done.
person that. Okay, I'm sorry, Lauren. I don't mean to interrupt you. I'm not trying to like bulldoze you or anything like that. I completely
Hello?
understand what you're saying. All my problem is the blanketing. Okay, all of those
Yeah.
problems that you're saying are
Uh,
true. They really are, but I just don't think that you should apply it. I think that you should look
But it don't
at
got nothing to do
everything
with
that
this.
people do and 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 with this, like I said, it's white supremacy to do that, to bring up the issues of a whole culture because of one thing that doesn't apply. Now,
Right,
I'm
and
not
call it
trying
gutter.
to
What
That's
doesn't?
something
I'm
like
not
different.
Lauren.
understanding what doesn't apply.
Okay,
hold on,
A
y'all.
lot
Wait a
of what
minute.
you just
if I
said.
could
The
just
gutter
wait, can I
statement.
speak when my phone
if
dies?
if I could just
Hold on.
Yeah.
Wait. Cause
Sorry.
it's other people. Breezy, did you
Breezy
talk
too.
ahead?
No, but I'm
I'm so
ready.
Okay,
sorry.
let's let Breezy,
Maryland,
Marilyn, and then Unhatty, not Unhatty, shit, Aunt Natty
boy.
talk. Cause
I'm sorry, you
All
guys.
right. Well,
I'm
I'm not
sorry.
so
gonna
I'm
go
just trying
be.
ahead,
to reply
Breezy.
to her. I'm
'Cause
sorry.
I'm not gonna be long, y'all, because my phone is about to die at this point. But
go ahead, go
Girl, me
ahead, go ahead.
too.
I was listening. I'm always watching you, Scotty, but I never get up here. But I was super pissed yesterday when I found out that Takeoff got murdered because I'm a Migos fan. But I feel like we always start in the middle and not from the beginning. Like I'm 32. I don't know how
Thank
old the
you.
rest of y'all are, but I grew up in the 90s where kids were allowed to go outside and play. You know, my mom could call my name, I could come home. Like things have changed.
Yes.
Some of it has to do with the music that we listen to, and trust, like Tupac is my favorite rapper. I'm a gangster rap bitch, like
That's
I'm with
right.
it. However, I just feel like, I got nephews who are in their early 20s, and it's not people that are Migos age that I feel like are perpetuating some of the stuff that Lauren was trying to say. I understood her point, but it was just some of the wording that she was using that was throwing me off. And I do think that the music does have something to do, like kids these days don't have any respect for anything. They don't have any
Mm-hmm.
value for life. They're shooting
At
people for no
all.
reason. Like the music does promote hyper like masculinity, so every you can say, just because I say something that you don't like doesn't mean that I'm being disrespectful, and they take that personally to the point that they will kill you over less. And I
Mm-hmm.
think that with these young people, this drill music, it is perpetuating that, and it's perpetuating the fact that I gotta live my raps, I gotta do what I say, and King Von got killed. All these young people are getting killed in their early 20s, and then people are making diss songs about dead people. I ain't never heard of no shit like that. So
Like we
I
ain't never
don't,
heard the video
you
thing.
know what I mean? So
Mm.
they
Oh
smoking on this
no.
person, they smoking on that person. So I can't say that the music doesn't have to do with it or the culture at all. But I feel like it does have something to do with it, as well as this was done by design. Like Black people, this was put together by design for us to be, at each other the way that we are.
Yep.
So it's not
Mm-hmm.
just the music, it is also, that's how it was created for us to be this way. Now we do have to come together to make change, but I just wanted to make that point that when hip hop first came out, it wasn't all like this. It was
Mm-hmm.
gangster music. People
Storytelling.
were talking about, yes, it was storytelling, but you're telling stories because we from the hood, so you're getting the stories of
Mm-hmm.
the
Getting
hood.
stories.
And
Right.
things, as time goes, it evolves. But these kids are definitely taking things way too far. And from what I'm hearing, that the Migos were actually invited to a party at a bowling alley,
Mm-hmm.
and
Bill just flat bowling
They
alley.
threw the party.
Quavo got into a disagreement about someone who he played basketball with, and I guess he beat him. So they going back and forth saying, I won last time. No, I did this, I did that, and it got heated. He actually said, "You know what? You got it. I'm trying to leave." And then the
Right.
people started shooting at him. So I understand what the other lady was saying, I didn't get her name, that it's not a blanket statement. So they really didn't do anything wrong. I feel like Takeoff actually got killed by a stray bullet, and they was actually trying to de-escalate the situation. So that's why the
Exactly.
other person was getting so upset about Lauren's statements, because everybody is not coming for beef. Some people are trying to get out of the way,
Thank you.
and squash situations before it goes to gun violence. Black people are not a monolith at the same time. So
Exactly.
we don't
Exactly.
all do the
That's
same
all I'm
thing.
trying to say,
We ain't
Pop.
all about the same shit. Some of us still move by respect because we grew up in the 90s. Some of these guys don't, but some of us still do. So that's all that we're saying. Every situation is different, and we should look at the facts of those situations before we start saying, they in the gutter and they this or that. Because if you grew up in the hood, you know that this shit can happen anywhere.
Exactly.
You can go to the corner
Exactly.
store, you could be minding your business. This could happen to literally anybody. And from what I hear, Takeoff was a stand-up guy, a quiet guy. So no one ever expected something like this to happen to him. So that just goes to tell you that can happen to anybody, not just
That's all
somebody
I was
who's
trying to say.
looking for trouble or hanging out in the wrong places. But some of her points were accurate about just what we perpetuate in our music. That's somewhat true. I feel like it affects more of the younger people. But that's all I wanted to say, y'all.
All
And
right.
just because they dress the same
Marilyn.
don't mean that they are the same.
Yes.
Okay,
That part.
Marilyn, you're next, and then Aunt Natty, because Aunt Natty ready
Yeah,
to get in the ring, child. So Marilyn, please go ahead and do what you gotta say,
I
child.
got.
Hager and
Can y'all hear
Merlin.
me? Hi. Good evening. Yeah. Good evening. Yeah. Evening. Can you guys hear me? I have my AirPods in.
Yes,
Yeah,
we
Sorry.
can
we
hear
can
you.
hear you.
Okay. Cool beans. Um, I just subscribed because I've been seeing. I saw your channel earlier. I was supposed to hop in earlier, but I couldn't while my phone was actually charged. But I finally subscribed. Congrats on your channel because I think I've been seeing you like on Twitter, and I never actually got to your actual channel.
Oh, well, thank
Um.
you.
Mhm. Mhm.
Welcome.
Um. So
Did
number
you like
one,
the video? Did you like the video on
yes.
your way in, Maryland?
Oh,
Okay.
absolutely. Oh,
It's
I'm subscribed. Yeah, like
$3.99.
they're right there.
Look at
They
y'all
right
asking her
there.
Three
questions.
ninety
Look
nine,
at
baby.
look at y'all asking
They
her
right
questions like I'm
there.
bringing somebody to the family and I'm introducing them to, and y'all got all these damn
Okay.
questions.
That's
We
that's
just
what's
want to
really
make
going
sure
on,
your
though.
lights
That's what's
is
really
up.
going on. It's an initiation.
But that
Hmm.
but that's legit though. That's legit. If I'm gonna subscribe, I might as well like the video as well. You know what I'm saying? Two
Hmm.
birds, one stone. Um.
Thank you.
So yeah, I'm probably gonna get some flack for this, and you're welcome. But I don't want to say like the music is the issue because music is a fantasy. You're either going to talk about reality and twist it to make it sound nicer, or you're going to twist it and make it sound darker. But music is a fantasy. That's all it is. It's
Hmm.
about either wanting to be in love, not being in love, wanting riches, not wanting riches, getting your ops, not getting your ops, being rising above, being like praising the Lord. It's all about some type of fantasy. Does it have some type of influence on how you feel? Yes, to an extent. However, people are individuals. Just remember, own brain, own mind, individuals. So if they're gonna do something, they're gonna do it regardless. If they are a bad
Exactly.
person, they weren't bad because they listened to that song. They were bad before that song. The song just probably hyped them up a little bit more, and boom. But that person
Hmm.
was just like that prior to. Um, I do not like this conversation where all these rappers and stuff want to talk about black on black crime. It is black people are not the only people here are murdering each other. I promise you. They use black on black
Thank
crime
you.
to dissolve
It's
the
not,
fact that
baby. It's
everybody
proximity.
else exactly it's literally like last a couple of days ago this man pushed his pregnant wife off of a cliff like to get
And they were
25K.
what?
Like it's
And what
not
color were
so I
they?
don't they're white. They're white.
Thank you.
So again, but that's why I keep trying to tell people like if you I get people want to argue with me all the time, but I'm just like they like to use us as a poster child for violence and ignorance and unintelligence. But it's because it's easier to do
We
that.
know.
Everybody's gonna believe that the black people are the. I know we don't always help the case. However, there's plenty of other races who go through this stuff. They just don't highlight it as much. They're not always on social media, talking about it or whatever. There's no big discussion 24/7 about this stuff. It's just we as a group, we're very communicative. We always talk about stuff like this, right? Number two, I personally think that it was a friendly cross, sorry, a friendly misfire. It's sad that it happened. think that Quavo needs therapy. They all need therapy. Anybody who was in that room that actually gave a crap to, be some type of trauma. I think we need to start talking about that and how we can, start implementing more programs for these people that stuff happens to, because PTSD is real. It's not just happening to people in the military. So I think that we need to start shifting that conversation over there. And this whole conspiracy theories of who did it, what color they were wearing, I think that's really disrespectful to the
Yeah.
fact that this person just passed and we're trying to figure out who did it. Y'all and people, not y'all, but people are on social media and everything trying to make conspiracy theories saying that, oh, he was sacrificed. What? Bro, somebody lost their life.
And the videos. I hate they have that stuff on video.
Breaking it down, slowing it, like, no, like, dude, somebody lost their life. Let's be sensitive to that. Like, somebody lost their life senselessly for no reason. Let's focus on the real conversations about trauma, how to deal with that. And I agree with Lauren, I think it was, when she talked about emotional intelligence, stuff like that. Talk about problem solving, learning how to problem solve. Like, if you're gonna get angry and riled up about something, like, let's teach our guys and our gals how to deal with stuff like that. Let's focus on like conversations like that, because it kind of escalated because of that. Like, the dude was trying to walk away, and I guess the guy was not trying to let that happen. Like, that could have been solved if somebody would have just sat there and said, "Hey, bro, we're not doing that. Y'all getting heated. Let's back it up. Let's back it up." You know. So I think people are losing the whole bigger picture. And another thing that I'm really worried about is because of the fact that there was, I think it was like 20 or 40 people in that room. They said they know who did it. They know who did it. They just don't want to say anything. Now I think that part is really dangerous, because his mother really got in a plane yesterday crying. Like, she was just, and there's so many people on Instagram and social media saying, oh, they weren't arguing about this, they were arguing about that. Okay, so you tell me who shot him. You saw everything.
Right.
You were right there. Tell us who shot him.
Well, see,
We can end
everybody
this
want
whole
to live
conspiracy.
by this street code, and that's the thing that I don't like. You get what I'm saying? I got 4 boys, 2016,
You and me both.
14, and 12. You get what I'm saying? So I know what the influence of music can do, but when people say that, I grew up. I am 39 years old. I was born in 1983. I grew up with all the gangster rap, and it's about how you have to teach your kids and let them know what their worth is. You don't have to go
Okay,
out
hold
here
on,
and do
y'all.
this.
Hold on, y'all.
Okay.
Child, let Ed Nanny say what she got to say, child, because she is about to blow up.
Go ahead, Auntie.
Go ahead.
If you're gonna live by the code of not snitching, then don't get on social media. Don't post videos. Point blank, period. And
Period.
for Lauren, so if I own my own business and I make money, I can't buy jewelry. I can't go back to the hood to help the people, try to uplift the people. Their jewelry had nothing to do with that. They
Thank you.
earned that money so they could buy what they want. They came
That
from
part.
the hood. I mean, the same is happening in the suburbs. So what happened when they
Mm-hmm.
stormed the White House? The White House is not in the hood.
Woo.
Let's get real, people. We're not gonna keep putting stuff on our people when something happened to them.
Thank you.
This happens everywhere, every day. We need to start praying for them and start downing them. Like the young lady said, rap is just music. We know half of these guys gapping about gangster life grew up in the suburbs and don't know what they talking about. We already know that.
Drake.
What? And I'm gonna tell you, you talking about the rap influencing our children to go out and kill. You buying your kids those games on Xbox. They learning how to
Yep.
kill at the age of 5 on Xbox. Let's get real, people.
And the
That part.
laws. The
I
gun
have
laws.
lost a
Anybody can
child.
get a gun.
I didn't lose a child to murder. It was natural causes. And
Mm-hmm.
Sorry to hear that.
it has been 28 years and
There you
not a
go.
day go by
Sorry for your
that
loss.
something does not remind me of my child. Do
You better
you
believe
know I would hate to have been his mother and saw
it.
that on video before somebody told me what happened to my child. And
There
we
you
on
go.
here talking about they shouldn't have been in the hood. They gutter. We not doing that today. No, ma'am,
No.
not on my watch.
Come
I'm
on, Auntie.
67 years old. I have heard all the rap. I love the R&B. All of it is like she said, fantasy. Teddy Pendergrass had women throwing panties up in him, and he was looking for a man every day of the week. Don't you
There you
ever
go.
get started
Now
about
that's
me,
a
okay?
now,
Come on
now
now. I know I wanted to get on before she left. I wanted to talk to that young lady. My nephew got killed. He was on his way to work. He had talked
Yeah.
to his wife. He saw somebody hitchhiking, said they had a flat. He picked them up and they killed him and stole for his car and his jewelry. And do you know how they identified him? I'm glad it wasn't my sister. It was his cousin, my niece. They took his wallet. They had to flash his face on TV and asked, did anybody know this young man? And a friend of my niece's called her, and she went to be with his mother when she got the news. I hate they did that mother like that. She will never,
Mhm.
ever, ever forget that for the rest of her life. And y'all
That
don't want
part.
to snitch, but you posting videos. So what are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
You snitching on the
Snitching,
court.
dry snitching.
So
Disgusting.
that's right. So if your draw's big enough to post videos, your draw's ought to be big enough to carry you to tell who did it.
That
Because
part.
Mm-hmm.
only God, by the grace of God, it wasn't you or one of yours.
Exactly.
So
Let me
I
tell you,
am
it ain't
not.
Nettie. Let me tell you, I lost two kids in 11 months. I've been through it. It's been years and years and years. But when that's why I say when people talk about the what Lauren said, I respectfully um I respect for her opinion, you know what I mean? But when you start to use words, the thing about it was her verbiage. When
That's
you
Trigger
start to
you're
words.
not
use
gonna call them that.
gutter and hood and
Mm-hmm.
gutter and all this that these folk like to call us because it's hard for us to come up as fast as it is for them. We can come up.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't never nobody victim. You get
No
what I'm
man.
saying? But it's hard a lot of the time for some of us to get out the hood. That's what we can afford to live sometimes. You know what I'm saying? I'm a parent of four, a single mother. Yeah, they fathers is involved when they want to be. So I gotta do sometimes I can't get my kids up out the hood like I want to.
But
That
if
don't
they
mean
had a
that they
came
bad
up,
kids and that don't mean that they need to be gunned down because they trying to
Mm-hmm.
go to work and live a good life and live the way that I raised them to live,
and if
which
they
is
make
to
their
be
money,
respectful
they can
citizens.
buy them cars, they can buy their jewelry. If they go out and make all this money and don't go back to the hood and give, they gonna talk
Exactly.
about them then.
Exactly.
That you ain't
Mhm.
they ain't talking about them Kardashians spending all that money. Her
And
daughter
they
went
good
and
as
bought.
hell.
She went and bought a Mike. I know she paid for Michael Jackson's hat with the makeup still in it for her daughter to wear on Halloween. But
And
see,
then the
nobody
cool part
talks
about it
about
is
them.
they
Yeah,
don't
I
talk
just want to
about
jump
them
in
like
really
that.
quickly because I think what
Mm-mm.
I said is being like misinterpreted.
We not
I
going gutter with
Can I
them. No man.
can
no,
I
yeah.
please talk,
So
y'all?
just
what I'm
I
saying,
let
kind
her
of
talk.
yeah. So I feel like what I'm saying is being misinterpreted. Um, I'm sorry. I think Aunt Natty, sorry. I
Yeah.
think you were saying something along the lines of, oh, why can't they like buy jewelry or do all that stuff? I didn't like say that. I'm not.
you
What
I feel
you
did.
like
said was they wearing gold chains and buying
no, I
No, the
fancy
didn't.
other lady
cars.
said that.
No, that was
No,
the
the
other
other lady
lady.
said
Yeah.
that, Aunt
I
Nan. That
apologize.
wasn't her.
I apologize.
That's why I was
It
like,
wasn't me either.
Ready.
Be that
No
clear.
no,
man,
yeah, that's why I was
Lauren.
like, wait,
No,
what?
Lauren. I apologize, baby. I'm
No, 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 I
67.
got it.
I'm not never too big to say I was wrong and I'm
No, no,
sorry.
no, it is okay. That's why
But that
I
just
was
cut
like,
my cross.
yeah, I wanted to
No,
jump
she
in because
didn't
I was
say nothing
like,
about the change. She just said gutter. That was it. She
oh,
said the
okay,
Yeah,
because
gutter
I
that
was
was
comment.
like,
Paray. That was
yeah,
Paray
I
who
was
said
like,
that.
I don't think I said that. So yeah, I guess like, even still, I think maybe someone else said that I probably was using the wrong verbiage, and I, probably could have expressed what I wanted to say better. What I'm more so speaking to is the culture that like promotes like degeneracy. I feel like, a lot of times when we have these conversations, we, of course it goes to the whole black on black crime, and someone else is talking about how like black on black crime doesn't exist. I completely agree with that. I understand proximity and all of that jazz. Also, sorry, just to sidetrack, I
All of
am
that
black.
jazz.
I'm black. Someone in the comments, they were saying I was white. No, I'm black. Um,
No, I
uh,
think I think what they're trying to say is you're white adjacent.
Okay, so
No,
no, I'm
get
No,
out.
really
she speaks
black
proper
black.
English. She speaks proper English,
Yeah,
and
that's what I
that's
mean.
all.
Like that's
She
what I
was,
mean. Like what your language
yeah.
is, it just sounds
Oh,
more white
okay.
adjacent. That's
No,
what
I
it
yeah.
is.
think it was
Sorry,
more of her
I'm black.
opinion.
I'm literally a dark skinned black woman. So just put that out there. I'm also speaking
Just
to like the
articulate that.
culture. I'm also speaking to the culture that like encourages and promotes like the degeneracy. That's why I brought up like the whole like low emotional intelligence and how that kind of speaks to that like male like black or black male like bravado. I'm not, trying to attack these individuals that were involved, whether it was, Takeoff being the victim or the actual shooters, because I understand how white supremacy works in America and, how like like low income black neighborhoods are formed and all that jazz. Trust and believe, I'm very much so well versed in that. So I just wanted to jump in and say that I'm not, trying to put anything on like the people that were involved. I'm just kind of wondering, when are we going to address like the actual like bad culture that of course I understand that every group, every racial ethnic group, whatever, they have their own ills. But I feel like whenever we as a black community get together and we try to have these conversations, everyone gets so defensive so quickly, and it's like, well, other people die in other communities, and of course everybody dies everywhere, but we always want to brush past what's going on in our communities, and say that, oh, it's just white supremacy that caused this. What are we actively going to do to stop this from happening? What are we actively going to do to teach future young black men now and future generations? How are we going to teach them, black males and young black women, how are we going to teach them how to be better people? I feel like a lot of times
That's
we
what
try
I'm
to
It
saying.
starts in the
Real,
home,
can I
darling.
That's what
respond
I'm
really
saying. Can I
quickly?
please talk? I've been waiting for so long. Can I please talk?
Go
Can you
ahead.
guys? Okay. To speak to what she is
You've been
saying,
waiting.
the the deal is it's a blanket statement, and that's what I have an issue with. It's like every time a black man gets in something, it's always, we need to talk about the culture, we need to come together, we need to do this, what are you doing to fix this, what are you doing to fix that. It's like, if you as a black woman were married, had children, went through a divorce, and were going through a custody battle, and everybody just came on and were like, oh, we need to talk about welfare queens and how can we get them uh to get a job and stop depending on the government, or or how can we stop single black mothers, and single black mothers are the reason for the hood and all this stuff. It would be a problem. That's what I'm talking about, is that people bring up a whole community, bring up different issues to address something that it does not apply. It does not apply here. What you're saying does not apply here. It's like every time someone does something, you bring up the black culture, and that is what I am talking about. It's like, if a black woman goes out and does something, and they're just like, oh, it's because she's a single mother, people would be pissed the fuck off. Like, what? No, it was because this and this and this and this and this and this and this happened. So why is it every time when there's violence in the black community, people always talk about, oh, we need to bring our community up, and they bring up every single issue that has nothing to do with the issue at hand.
Okay, I
Nothing
think
to
I
do.
think I better understand what you're saying now, because I was a bit like lost earlier. So I do
Also, can I?
appreciate that clarity. My thing is that, even with that stance, when are we going to talk about that? Like, when do you feel? I guess I have two questions for you, and then I'm actually going to hop off because I'm about to head to a work event. So my two questions for
Wait,
you.
wait, 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 wait. Before you ask the questions, I need to
Yeah,
ask you something.
yeah.
Where are you from? Because I hear an accent.
I was just about to ask that.
Yeah, where you from?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Where you
Okay,
from?
sorry. So I'm from New York. I don't
I
know what
figured.
accent people are talking about.
I
I'm from New
figured. I
York.
figured you're from New York. I figured that. I could hear it in
Okay.
your voice.
Because I saw some comments about the accent. I'm like, they're like interviews voice. I'm like, I've been talking like this my whole life. So yeah, I'm from New York.
Yeah,
I
I
from
figured you were from the East Coast somewhere. I could hear it in your
okay.
voice.
Have you
No,
ever
because
been
I'm
to the
from
hood,
DC and they
Lauren?
swear I got an accent too, Lauren. Don't worry about it,
Yeah,
baby.
I'm not from the hood, but I'm from Brooklyn. And I grew up
You from
in
the
Well,
hood.
that's the
no,
Yeah,
I
you from
That's
the
the
said
hood.
hood, baby.
all of Brooklyn isn't the hood.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, go
Some
ahead and ask
people
your
use
question.
Yeah,
people
so
call them.
sorry. Okay, so my two questions, and then I'm
Okay.
actually like running late, but I like really love like hearing the conversation. So my two questions would be, one, what I'm forgetting who was talking, but
Me, hey
um,
guys.
yes. Okay, so one, what applies to this situation? And then two, when do you think would be an appropriate time to have, those conversations? And I'm actually going to hop off now, but I am still listening. But I do
Okay.
appreciate,
I can
the
definitely
opportunity
answer
to be
those
on the
questions.
stage. And thank you so much for answering. All right, bye.
Thank you.
Okay.
Bye, Lauren. I
And
appreciate. You know what? Can I
to
say
answer
something
your
really
first
quick?
question.
Can I say
Oh,
something really quick? I'm
Go
okay.
sorry.
ahead.
One second. I really do appreciate the fact that she came on. She had a difference of opinion, and she
And she
never
stayed.
wavered, and she
Mhm.
stayed and she listened. So I can appreciate to have those type of conversations, whether I agree with her verbiage or anything that she said or not. I just like people like that that can really sit and have a conversation without, it getting messy and crazy. So
And coming to
Okay.
an understanding.
And I
Mhm.
also want to say
And so
this too
to answer,
before. Who was going to ask the question before I
no, I was gonna. She asked me two questions. I was trying to answer them.
Okay, before you answer him, let me just say this. I only asked her what her accent, where she was from, because I could tell that I wanted to know where she was from because I could hear the way she spoke, and I was like, where is she from? Because it sounds like she's from. Because I know she don't talk like me, so where's she from? But that's all I want. That's why I asked her that. But go ahead, hey guys, go ahead.
Okay. To answer both of her questions, the first question she asked was, "What does apply?" And most of the things that she was talking about do not apply to this situation. And I don't think that people understand what I'm saying when I'm trying to get it out is that, yes, those issues are real issues, but when you apply it to everything black, it's white supremacy because you're putting a blanket over everybody. It's like you're black, so we need to talk about this situation, even though it doesn't apply. And
That makes
her
sense.
second question is when do we is okay, if it doesn't apply to this situation, then when do we have these conversations? We have these conversations any day of the week or when it does apply. But when you apply it to something that it doesn't apply, it just makes no sense. It's just putting it's just basically looking at black people through racist lens, saying, okay, black people, violence, let's talk about all of these issues in the black community, even though they don't apply here. And then she says, when do we have these conversations? Well, when they apply. This situation, it does not apply. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Okay,
if
there.
she's from Brooklyn,
Yeah, she said she was from
she
Brooklyn.
really understands or should understand that there's a lot of things that come with this community, with our community as black people. So to me, when the one thing I did not like that she said when she, like you said, blanketed statement, that gutter thing, baby, if you from New York, y'all got rats the size of cats, okay? You're not gonna tell me about the gutter if that's where you from, and you can't generalize just because somebody is not living the life that you live, that everybody is outside of what you've experienced is just ghetto and hood and we shouldn't go back. And just like Natty said, you can't just because I if they don't go back to their neighborhoods or their hoods and stuff like that, then people gonna be talking about them then. they are looking out for their people when they go to the hood. And like I said, yeah, that could have been Fifth Ward. I got family that's from there. But that doesn't mean that they were in an environment where they felt like it was a safe environment, was a private party. None of what some of the people were saying applies to this. This was not something that was where they were put in this situation of danger. It had nothing to do with their rap music. It had nothing to do with their chains or anything like that, jewelry or cars or anything. This was something that was way different than what certain. Yeah, it was something that's unfortunate, and things unfortunate can happen. I don't live in the hood of where I could live in the city that I live in, okay? But at the same time, how that stop somebody from running up in my house? How that stop if I wanted to go to the grocery store or the corner store and they just be whatever? That doesn't anything can happen to anybody at any time, no matter where you live. And if she live in Brooklyn, that definitely can happen. That's all I'm
Okay,
saying.
so we got three new people up
It's
here, but
very, very nice parts of Brooklyn. It's very. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Scotty. Ooh.
we got three new people up here. But before I allow them to speak, because Jazzy been up here for a minute now, she hasn't been able to say anything. So I'm gonna let her go first. But before that, I just want to make something clear here. I saw a comment. I don't know if they gone or not, but I saw a comment or whatever, and I kind of addressed them in the comment section. But the fact is, all I did was ask her where she was from, and I asked her where she was from because of her voice. When I hear someone that talks differently than me, I tend to ask that question, because before I started doing YouTube videos, I didn't know I had an accent. I thought everybody talked like me. So when I hear somebody else, you know, obviously from somewhere else, I have to ask. I'm like, where you from? Like, are you from the East Coast? I knew she was from the East Coast, and I felt like she was from New York, but I didn't think it was Brooklyn though. I thought it was like upstate New York or something like that. I didn't think it was like Brooklyn or something like that. So that's why I asked where she was from. It wasn't no shade when I asked her that. So there's no need to be sensitive in this comment section, child. So Jazzy, since you was here the longest, you can go first.
Oh, Tia can go if she wants. I feel like she's she seems passionate, so she can go before me. I can hold it.
Okay.
But you've been here. Hey, y'all. I came on
Tia,
late
I just
anyway,
wanted
so
to
I'm,
say,
I'm trying to
Tia,
catch up.
Tia, I just wanted to say welcome back because I've been waiting for you to come back to the pastor.
I've been trying to get back. I be like, Lord, where?
You the
I
one with the
literally,
cowboy
y'all,
hat
since
on,
the
right?
last time
You
you
had the cowboy hat on the
see,
last
I've
time,
been
right?
on the road. I've been, look.
Okay, I just want to make sure I knew that was you.
Go ahead though. Oh, she on mute. You on mute, Tia. Go
Okay,
ahead.
wait a minute. Yeah, can you hear me? I was telling, I've been on the road during the hurricane. Look, that's me with my cowboy hat, my longhorn. Because I live in Houston, but I am from Baltimore. But I lived in New York for 7 years. I lived in Brooklyn. She sounds like she's from Pennsylvania. She does not sound like she's from New York at all. But I know what you're
Oh
saying.
Lord.
The East Coast accent.
Yeah.
But yeah, we was disturbed in the comments with the white adjacent stuff. Now let me just go back to what I think I've been picking up because I haven't been on long. But this is what I'm thinking I'm hearing. And by my brother having Grammys, we're gonna talk from somebody that knows this industry since my brother has Grammys. That's what we're
Oh,
gonna
okay.
we're gonna
Let's get
talk.
into it.
So we're gonna talk from there. And so I'm gonna tell you what Fat Joe said. I'm gonna tell you what when Run DMC, what was it, Jam Master Jay, when he got killed. I'm gonna tell you what they've all said. That's why Noriega lives in Miami. He live in Miami. That's why Fat Joe don't live nowhere near the Bronx at all. The people, and they said that even when Nipsey Hussle died, they said when you around that, I don't know what some of the conversation was, but I'm telling you now, when you make it a certain way, you should not be around there. I seen plenty of people that come in the casino. If they don't have the casino here where you can do dice at the casino, Not that this was about a dice game, but you can fly to New York. I mean, you can fly to Vegas and bring your bag of money and do a dice game there. You literally are supposed to change. I don't care who got mad about somebody saying, I know I probably missed some of it. You gotta change where you can't hang around. First thing I wanted to know was why you in Fifth Ward. I live in Houston. I needed to know why they was in Fifth Ward soon as I saw it. That before I even saw anything, I said, why you in Fifth Ward? I don't care if you with Jay Prince. Y'all, that don't mean nothing to me. I don't care about none of that. When you checking in with them and all that, and you gonna let them be the ones with guns, I don't go nowhere in Texas without my pistol, church included. Period.
Oh,
I ain't going nowhere without my pistol. I'm not going nowhere without it.
Be still.
So for you to put your life in somebody else's hand, another thing, why was he in another car? Why you got your nephew in another vehicle? Your nephew not in the same vehicle with you. Listen, I'm not feeling none of that, but they got to change. I don't know who said gutter. I've caught the tail in the gutter. But you ain't supposed to hang around that no more, period. That's why my brother's still living. And he made every hit that Biggie and Tupac and all of them made. He made all the hits. All of them. And he left and took his tail to a whole nother area and got out of LG projects in Brooklyn. So we can't, we really are supposed to leave the area. You're not supposed to stay if you want to live. Jam Master Jay is the only one that's gone because he the only one that stayed right there in Queens because he wanted to give back. You can give back in other ways. Fat Joe gives back all the time, but he giving back breathing.
No,
I'm
and
gonna
I
let
agree.
somebody else
Okay,
talk
I
for a
agree
second.
with you on that.
Thank you.
However, I just feel like I don't know. Like I just feel like if you could be where you want, people shouldn't have to worry about that
No,
type
you
of stuff.
can't. No, that's a funky mentality. Nope.
But that's
I
the
know ain't nobody
reality of
tell
what
me where
we're
to go.
living. That's the reality. You cannot go back. Everybody is not supposed to come with you.
Period.
It's
Yeah.
people are for reasons and seasons. You shouldn't because you're in a different lifestyle now. You want to go back, but guess what? The people that you're trying to go back to are envious, are jealous, are waiting for you to make a slip up so they can get a come up. So you should
Oh,
change
that's
your
right.
surroundings. That don't mean
Yeah.
you can't send money
Young
back.
dog.
That don't mean that you can't give back it to your place. But sometimes it's no need for you to go back.
I
We
I
agree
gotta
with
we
you.
understand
gotta
that,
Give
but
start
I
back
living
just
the
another
life that
I
you
way.
are
just
in
think
now
that
and not the
Upper
past.
echelon.
I just
Party
think that
gives
it can
back
happen
all the
wherever
time.
you are.
Hood. That's what I'm saying.
It
Say
can
what you
happen. We do understand
apply
that.
it.
It can happen wherever you are. Because look at that beautiful house that Pop Smoke was in. It was a big old gorgeous. And the other boy, Hitmaker. They tried to get in his house. Look at all the
Right,
housewives. They robbing them left and right. And that could have been
right.
a homicide. You know, they could have shot them and killed them. I get it. But
Yeah.
why give them more let's make it
Uh,
harder though, is what I'm trying to say.
Why
A
give
little
them more
harder.
access is what you're
Don't
saying,
just be right there.
basically.
all I'm saying is
Yeah,
the
you got to
the
Right,
limit your
right.
person who
access.
That's what I'm trying to
person who
say.
shot Takeoff is actually a person who made it, who quote unquote made it out the hood. So that's why I keep on like saying like stop blanking and like actually look into it. The person who shot Quavo, who I'm sorry,
But
heavily
also,
rumored.
we may be talking about Takeoff. We may be talking about him, but this conversation can also lead to a bigger and broader perspective of everything. It don't just have to
That's
stay on Takeoff.
and
You
that's
can
not
still come up with resolution and say how you feel about not this and not that. Just because we're
Yeah.
talking about this,
Hold on,
Right.
let her finish though. Let her finish.
it's a conversation.
I understand it. I understand it's a conversation, but it's just like whenever someone in your community and who you identify with does something and they bring up the bigger broader conversation around what went wrong with you, it would be a problem. You know what I'm saying? Like we're black women here, and like I said before, if something happened with you and they were like, oh,
No,
we need to investigate why black women are single moms, would you be okay with that? You wouldn't be okay with people having a conversation about black single moms and welfare queens and all the other bullshit they try to put on us if something that happened to you was bad and was completely unrelated to that. something bad happened to you,
If
and
you
you
led
wanna
to a different conversation, it
say
led to a
you were
different
no.
conversation.
What I'm saying is say you were famous, right? Say you were famous as a black woman, and something bad happened to you, and then all of a sudden the conversation
I'm
turned to
talking about the
single
record.
moms and welfare queens and all this stuff, because it doesn't
Dude,
apply.
but that's still what
You
conversations do. They change, they talk, they go to every area.
it
Then
wouldn't
you come back to
apply,
where you was
bro.
at. Then you talk about.
Okay, y'all. So y'all not gonna see eye
But
to
that
eye
is
on
a
this.
conversation.
Hold on, y'all.
Everything ain't gonna
Um,
apply, but it's gonna
Jazzy, go
lead
ahead
to
and say,
something.
Jazzy, go ahead and say what you was about to say.
Tia, were you finished? I feel like
Thank
you were
you,
about to.
Jazzy. Yeah, go ahead, girl. I'm on. I'm on. I'm supposed to be at work, but I'm on for a minute. Go ahead. Thank you for letting me go, sweetheart.
Oh, you're welcome. Oh, hold on.
Oh hell. Oh my god.
Oh, so many interruptions. Sorry.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so I want to bring in a different perspective. So I'm Jamaican, and if I know it was in the news, it was on a lot of blogs that the government has decided to stop songs, dance hall songs, stop dance hall songs that the content whose content, like the content of the songs, include scamming and killing to be played on the air, right? And Jamaica there's a violent problem, right? And the music is portraying that. We can all say, they're talking about things that are going on in the community, and it's true. It's true. A lot of those artists are still in those communities that they're talking about, right? But it's very influential and it does impact people. I remember I was talking to my mom, and she grew up in the 90s. So I know a lot of you know who Beanie Man is. So, and I think in '93, Beanie Man and Bounty Killer, they have a music festival in Jamaica called Sumfest. And I know you guys know what Versus is, but Versus was based off of what they do at like Sumfest. They clash. So it's like a beef on stage in front of thousands of people. After they had that clash, to a lot of people it looks like fun, but these are like serious beefs. Hold on.
Okay. Hold on.
I
She
think she
be
having
she
a
be
little bit of
bold. She
trouble
be
with her
bold with
phone.
that whole door. I would let
Oh,
them go to voicemail. That's a little bold, but go ahead.
go ahead, Brittany.
Hi, everyone. Glad to be listening
Hello.
in on the conversation. It's been great so far. So, obviously, first off, rest in peace to Takeoff. The entire story is just so unfortunate and sad. And for me, I definitely have been agreeing with the overall consensus where sometimes you have to move different. I don't think this is necessarily representative of the entire Black community, but there is something with these rappers, especially the young ones, where they feel like they have to keep the exact same people around them. And there's nothing wrong with when you reach success, when you reach a place where you're getting money and you're moving your life in a different direction. There's nothing wrong with changing your circle. Sometimes you can't bring everybody with you. And it reminds me of from Love and Hip Hop Miami, I think it was Suki, and she hired a lot of her friends as dancers. And she had a choreographer, I forgot his name, but he's a well-known choreographer, and the choreographer told her like you need to fire your friends because they're creating so much problems for you. And she kept
And that
saying,
caused a problem. That caused a problem for Suki too.
right,
I seen that
exactly.
episode.
Yeah, and the choreographer told her, is like, okay, they're your friends, yes, but then just let them be your friends then. You can't bring everybody with you. They're creating problems. And she just kept saying, but they were with me in the trenches. They're my family. They're my family. And she refused to let them go and fire them. And yet
But
here
they
she
were
is.
horrible, though. To your
Right.
point, they were horrible. They were horrible. She should
Absolutely.
have fired them.
Yeah, but she felt like she had to stay loyal because they were there from the beginning, even though they were stopping her from growing and they were causing her problems. And I feel like that mentality, that's the problem. Everybody feels like you have to bring everybody with you. But guess what? If the people, you can give them opportunities, but if they're not taking advantage of it and if they are holding you back, then you have to let them go. It doesn't make you any less black. It doesn't make you any less loyal. You just want better for yourself. So I really do feel like when it comes to Takeoff, it's like with the amount of success and money that you have, and I understand, I think it was Tia said that, people around Houston have to carry pistols, but like, why not just have security then? Why are you even around people who feel like they have to carry something with them? Like, you have the money, just have security.
No, so they
Rent out a
supposed to be
different. Okay.
security. I'm sorry.
Right.
I just want you to know they were supposed to be security.
Oh, okay,
And I
yeah.
gotta tell you something else
Yeah,
about that
the
too when
guy
you finish.
was shooting
Right.
was supposed to be security.
What, like professional
Exactly.
security, or
I'm
they
talking
just
about
told him he's
that and
security?
other shit.
But
I
see,
don't
that's my
know. They
problem.
didn't go into that, but
That's the
Right, because there's a
problem, y'all.
difference. Like,
They
if you
get their
have like,
friends. They get their gangster friends to come and secure them
But no,
when they're
yeah,
not
they
no,
were
proper
just at like
security.
real security.
right, but that's not proper
At
security.
Drink
That's
Champs. They were just at Drink Champs. And it was so funny to me. I kept saying,
they
that's
were.
so odd for Noriega to keep saying, like, he kept saying, y'all security. Like, if y'all go back and watch Drink Champs, I watch it that's my literally favorite. For 6 years straight, I've been watching Drink Champs. I don't miss an episode, probably just one.
Same here.
I ain't finished
Same
Tanks.
here.
But I'm telling you, he kept saying, man, y'all security. Man, y'all security. So when I heard this, I'm like, wait, what? And then I hear Jay Prince, and what I heard, first of all, I didn't hear Jay Prince yet. I heard Mob Ties.
I'm waiting
When the
on.
text message in TMZ, I saw Mob Ties. Well, if we in Houston, we know what that means. I said, oh, again? Because
right.
y'all know
So
the last boy, what's his name? A couple weeks ago, Boosie. What the jewelry guy, whatever.
Yeah,
That
Jada
just
Butcher.
happened in Houston a couple weeks ago. And then the other girl that moved from Atlanta, the rapper from Tennessee. She was from Memphis. I guess she was staying
Yeah.
in Atlanta. And she was like, man, I like Houston way better. I like Houston way better. And she was dead that week.
Yep. See, but that's my problem. Like, don't get real security. Don't, like, because you want to keep these people around, just give them a title. No, you have the
She was
money.
by
You
herself.
have the
What they
means. Get
doing?
real security. If you want to play dice or whatever, rent out a private room. They have the access. So that's the disappointing part
But
to me.
that's
We're
the
not
thing. That's
talking
the
about people.
But Brittany, that's the
Thank you. Talking about
misconception.
stuff that actually
They
applies.
they did have, like, it was a private thing. It was rented out. It wasn't
Right.
like open to the public. But I get what
Scotty,
you're
can I
saying.
say
Like, if
something
you got the
really,
money,
really,
go
really
ahead
quick?
and get you some real security. I get that because I'm not
He
Yeah.
about
don't
to have
let you
my
though.
friends
Jay
as
Prince don't
security.
let you bring nobody else.
Okay,
That's
Scotty,
the
can I
thing
say
about
something
it. Why
real
would you
quick?
want to be around that type of circle?
Scotty,
He don't.
he gone.
Okay, I'm
Okay.
sorry, y'all. Listen, I just got the shock of my life just a minute ago. Not Storm Monroe shouting me out saying he watched my show. Lord Jesus, I almost fell out.
Yay, Storm got good
I'm
taste.
supposed to be recording with Storm this week.
Oh my God.
Storm
I'm
got
trying to
good
talk him into
taste.
doing it in person. I'm in Atlanta. I just got here. And I'm
Oh,
trying to
okay.
talk him into y'all need to just start tagging him and say, Storm, interview her in person again.
Yeah, people have been trying to get me to work, trying to get me to do something with Storm and Armand for a long time now, and I like
He's
both of
still
them.
nervous from that Jaguar Wright stuff. I'm just getting unblocked from that because I guess he thought I was still with her. And I cut her off immediately when she started stealing the people. Somebody gonna get the exclusive if Storm don't take it. He got a couple more days to get it, and if not,
Well,
I'll give it to you.
I'm always open and available. So
Scotty, can I say something real
No,
quick? I
because you
have to go
remember,
back
y'all
into work
remember
right
that
quick.
was my house, that
Okay.
Jaguar, all that stuff. That was my house that she was at. The
Oh, hold
Jaguar
on,
lights
hold
off.
on,
Y'all
hold on.
remember?
Wait. We're gonna get into that in just a second. Somebody said
Go.
who said they needed to say something before they go back to work?
Me, that was me.
Okay, go ahead and say it, child. Because we're gonna end this
Okay,
in a few minutes. And then we
okay,
gotta let two feisty and Kenya say something too before this is over. Because it's
Okay.
gonna be a great thing.
okay.
Go
So I
ahead.
just wanted to jump in right quick. Matter of fact, one of my friends, she's from Atlanta, from the neighborhood where they are actually from. So first off, it was they were at a private party, and I can't see her name because I'm half blind, but the lady that says she lives in Houston. So everybody who know in Houston know who Mob Ties is. They know who Jazz Prince is. They are considered celebrities. So they were at a party that's pretty much full of celebrities. It wasn't like random people off the street. These were
Exactly.
celebrities, and that they all were good friends. That's why they were at the party. Plus, they was finna do a video shoot together. So, and really, everybody's saying a dice game, but you can hear Quavo clearly saying they were arguing about basketball.
Right.
And he said at that time,
Mhm.
let's go. That's how it all happened, or that's how it all started. And it really wasn't about a dice game. They were in a very upscale establishment that was, so it wasn't like they were around random people. But I mean, even to the rap industry, a lot of times you're right. You do have to kind of elevate and go other and start moving different. But at the same time, a lot of these people are not Takeoff, because to me he's always been kind of reserved and he was back in the background. And to me, their music is not as, what do you want to call it?
Hood, street.
Battle beef.
Yeah.
Yeah, their music wasn't really on that line the way a lot of other people are. But like for other rappers, you have to look at it. Half these people jump out the street directly in the rap, and one foot is still in the street. And it's
Mm-hmm.
like, if you don't have no positive influence pushing you the other way to change your circle, this is what, this is unfortunate. This is what come out of it. And I don't, to me, I'm not the one to go and blame because your mama was on Section 8, or, or none of that. It's just, if you don't know no better, you can't do better, basically. If this is what you know, this is what you know. Now you just know you are a hood person from the hood with money. Now what? I mean, you can move them out the hood, but you can't take the hood out of them. I mean, you would hope that they would grow up, but a lot of them don't, because they don't know nothing else to do but do what they do. Kodak Black got shot at Justin Bieber's party. It could happen anywhere, really.
Right.
Justin Bieber's hood.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure he didn't grow up in Fifth Ward or in the Bronx or any of that. It's like, it
Justin
doesn't
Bieber is
matter really where
Canadian.
you go. A lot of the people, their houses were getting broke into Atlanta. They wasn't breaking in them people in over there in wherever you call it. They was in Buckhead, the high class Atlanta,
Right.
breaking in celebrity houses. So I think it's just what it is, really. It's just the world
Can
we
I
live
finish
in.
my? Oh,
Can I say something, please? I haven't said anything yet.
Go ahead, Kenya.
Okay. Hey, how everybody's doing? I want to say I live in Houston, born and raised, and it doesn't matter where you are or what neighborhood you in. It has gotten bad out here in Houston, basically, because Texas is an open carry. So down there,
In
everybody
Dallas
has a
too.
gun.
You're right.
And it don't matter where you go. You could be right here. I'm from Acres Home, out here in Acres Home, or you can go right to River
Oh.
Oaks. Go right to River Oaks. People is study getting robbed out there. So it doesn't matter where
Mm.
you come from. People still getting robbed out here, and the streets is bad out here in Houston. I come in at a certain time at nighttime because I do not want to be caught out here in these Houston streets because it's bad now. Because everybody trying to come
Mm.
up with somebody, because basically because of COVID, a lot of people are broke and they robbing out here. Because my niece the other week, she got her car jacked with my daughter
That has
and her
nothing
kids
to do
in it.
with
They came
Takeoff.
in, my kids
Oh.
jumped out of the car because they took off in the car. My kids had basically jumped out the car. They threw my nephew out the car. He busted his head. He was nothing but 6 years old, got his head bust. So
Oh my
it's bad
God.
out here in Houston.
Okay.
I'm
So
still in Acre Homes. I'm in Jersey Village. Oh
okay.
my God.
Okay. Yeah, it's bad out here. And the mayor, he's in denial right now about it. But he gotta face it. It's bad out here. The crime has Houston has never been like this. It's becoming the next Chicago.
No, you know what? Who said they from Jersey Village?
No, I live in Jersey Village in Houston.
Yeah, that's where my cousin lived at. Her daughter was just missing for 8 days. Thank God she returned home. She was 15 years old. Thank God she was returned home
In Jersey
safely
Village?
in Jersey Village.
Oh, and that's a nice area.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
She
that's
was
Cypress.
like
Yeah, that's
2 weeks
I
ago.
moved from Ella Boulevard over there. Oh, Jesus. Now, Ella Boulevard was scary. I really had to keep my pistol. But you really do, though, y'all. She not playing. Oh, man. Wow.
Yeah, and
We
it's
got to
just,
pray.
it's just as bad here in Dallas too. It's horrible. It's horrible.
Yeah, a certain time I'm not out. I'm in the house. I'm in the house.
Yeah. Yeah. We got to pray, y'all.
Is anybody else hearing that static, or is that just me?
I hear it too.
No, I'm hearing it.
Okay.
Oh, I think that might be me.
I don't think.
I think that might be me. No, I think it might be me.
Question.
I'll
Who is
mute.
the snap crackle pop? Who is
Okay, I don't hear it no more.
Hey, it's out now, yeah.
I have a
Yeah.
question. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but Jay Prince was he was like well they were there guests of Jay Prince, or he was
The
involved
son.
in being there?
Yeah,
The father wasn't there.
I'm sorry.
It was Jazz Prince's birthday party.
Jazz.
Not Jay, somebody else.
Yeah, not Jay.
The son, Jazz.
The son, Jazz, yeah.
The one that found Drake.
I don't know that.
The one that Drake talked about. He's the one that he actually is the one, and he talks about him. Drake talks about him a lot in his songs. You'll hear him. He says Jazz Prince. He's talking about Jay Prince's son.
Okay, I asked that question because, now correct me if I'm wrong, whoever's rolling with Jay Prince is safe.
All the time.
No more.
So
Not
what
really.
No. All the time. She know what she's saying. She know what she's saying.
Oh yeah.
That's why I'm trying to find.
That's my confusion, because I'm like, he runs the town, so whoever's with him should be safe.
Right.
Yeah, but the
girl said, y'all heard the girl jump on Storm yesterday that was there. She just left Houston Police Department. She said when everybody got there, they checked everybody and made sure nobody was strapped but their people.
Exactly.
Like they did that.
Exactly. And that's why the video with Quavo in them, the guy in the back seat of Quavo, he was the shooter. They have it on camera.
Wow.
So it was a friendly fire. This is not a conspiracy. They literally have the guy that was in back of Quavo in that drop top. He was the one who pulled out the gun.
Allegedly.
Yeah,
you better make sure y'all saying
you're
allegedly, because
you're right.
Okay, you guys.
Videos, you know
Not to cut anybody off. I'm about to let Two Feisty speak, and then we're gonna end this because I gotta film Young Fresh and New in about 40 minutes. I just realized because I already pushed the time back anyway because I felt like this live was gonna be too damn long, but now I'm still going over time. So let me let her speak, and then we're gonna end this and say our little goodbyes and stuff.
I'm gonna jump down, Scotty. See
I done
y'all
got so
later.
much work done today thanks to y'all.
Everybody in the chat, make sure y'all liking the video though.
Yes, please
like,
do.
comment, subscribe, share, all that good stuff.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for saying that. You beat me to it. Quite a few people just kind of drove past the point I was gonna make, but hadn't really landed on it. It's interesting to me that it's been mostly women up here, because I think this is a straight black man issue, truth be told. I think this is an in-house issue that they need to gather each other up, and they need to have some serious discussions about how they're going to move forward in terms of how they behave socially. Regardless of what they were arguing about, nobody needed to not make it home that night. And it seems to be a lack of self-control that escalates issues. I guarantee you, if you lose an argument, you're not gonna die. If You admit you're wrong. You're not gonna die. Nothing. Your heart's not gonna stop beating. Your lungs are not gonna stop expanding. It's okay to be wrong. It doesn't make you less of a man. And it's time to come to that realization, because these simple disagreements escalate because these alpha males, these inner alpha males in them, want to come out and prove they the big man, and nobody wants to take an L. It's not an L. You don't have to win the argument every time, and you don't have to match energy and escalate energy. But what I will say is, because I feel like a lot of people in the chat are mothers and they do have sons at home. I want to challenge all of you to talk to your sons about how they conduct themselves in the world. You don't have to win every argument. You don't have to be violent. You don't have to be emotionally unintelligent. Everything is going to, the world is going to continue to spin, and I feel like once we start dismantling that toxic masculinity, regardless of what type of neighborhood you're from, we're going to see a lot of differences in this world. But again, I really do think when it comes down to it, the men have to start holding themselves accountable. We can talk till we blue in the face, but they only going to seem to respect each other and make changes for each other. And I just, again, we can't do anything about these other grown men walking around, but we can try to teach these babies something better and how to be better in this world. And hopefully that'll cause a ripple effect. But we cannot continue to uphold people when they have a lack of self-control, because the men are out here wilding. And I heard a lot of people mention like hood culture and stuff. Well, we're in America, and as a culture, America is incredibly violent. It's not just dice games. We're making this a big issue because a rapper, somebody who was famous, was killed. But these type of situations are happening every day, where it's everyday outings and people are not going home safely. School shootings, people are in public spaces and they're getting killed. America's just incredibly violent, and it's just like, it's just another day here. And it shouldn't be like that. It should make us pause, regardless of who the person, the victim is. We should pause every time somebody dies after a senseless act like this. Again, I just challenge everybody to start having these conversations, because I really do feel like this toxic masculinity is really just getting out of control. And not only are women in danger, but other men are in danger as well. Nobody should have to bury their kids just because they went to a dice game. The dice game is not the issue. Being in the hood is not the issue. It's the people. The people involved need to stop behaving the way they do. Because again, this was an argument. Nobody should die after having an argument, regardless of what they're talking about. It's just words. It shouldn't have to escalate like that. Regardless of who is involved, you hold yourself accountable. And when it comes down to it, you can leave the situation. The other thing is, talk to your sons. Tell them you are not less of a man if you leave a situation that's volatile. You're still a man. You still have your manhood, regardless of what anybody says in that moment. It's okay to pick yourself up and walk away if you feel like it's not a safe space to be in. You don't have to remain in that situation and prove something to anybody. You want to make it home and wake up the next morning. That's the
Yeah,
only
and
thing I
not
wanted to
only can I
say.
say something real quick, not only do they still have their manhood, they still have their life.
Yes.
Okay, I think it's a guy up here. Hot beans spill it, right?
Yeah, that's it. How you doing?
All right. So you're gonna be the last person to speak now, because I'm about to go in a few minutes. So, since you
Appreciate it.
are a male, and that's a good thing. We finally get a male up here right at the end of the show.
Yeah, it's
But
juicy.
however,
Y'all talking.
huh?
I said y'all talking some juicy stuff. Talking like it.
Okay, so go ahead. So you can go ahead and say your piece, and then we'll be getting up out of here after you're done.
We gotta ask him
Oh,
questions. That's not fair.
What question?
Cause he's a guy. We asked all the women's questions. We done went back and forth with all the women.
oh, what's that? Oh, that's bad.
Let him. Okay, let him go ahead. The only reason why I'm trying to end this is because I got to film in a little bit. That's the only reason why I'm trying to end this.
I'm sorry, Scotty. My bad.
Yeah, so go ahead and speak. I guess hot beans spill it.
I guess it. And well, to what she was saying and everything, I hear what she's saying about as far as men with egos and pride. But women put a lot of pressure on men nowadays too, with all the social media and then having to meet this type of standard of, you know, having the money, the cars, and all this stuff. You know, when you get into a situation like that, sometimes you can't let it go because, you know, people around. And if, you know, social media records you, you know, being a bitch or whatever, then you know, that's gonna be bad for your image as a rapper, as against a rapper also. So a lot of people don't want to run away from situations like that. You know, I mean, me as a male now, I mean, I've been in jail and I mean, I've been doing a lot of stuff when I was younger, but I haven't been into the streets in a long time. And things have changed as far as what you could, you know, let people get away with. You know, you can't let people tell you say certain things to you and you let that slide and think that you're going to still be looked at the same way from people on social media, you know, and everywhere around. Females do put pressure on men nowadays, you know. They definitely make you feel like you need to do something more if something like that happens and females is around. Nobody want to be looked at like a sucker nowadays, you know what I'm saying?
But if you a grown man, like to me, you should have more control over that. Like you can't blame a woman
Right.
for putting
Exactly.
pressure on you. Like to me, that's a cop out. You know what I'm saying? Because
No,
at the end,
not saying blame a woman. I'm saying far as what she was saying, sir. She was saying that, you know, men have a hard time letting things go. So I'm trying to explain in certain scenarios, it is hard to let things go. It depends who's around. It depends what's going on and who's noticing it. It's cameras
nobody. But
everywhere.
if you
But that's
if
something
you
you deal
stand
with
if you stand
yourself.
Wait, can we?
if
Can
you
y'all?
stand in your own stuff as a grown man, I don't know what of a certain age. I don't know if you over 30 or under 30, but
No,
I feel like
I'm
as a
37.
Y'all,
okay,
I'm
and I'm
listen. Hold
37.
on, hold
39.
on,
I'm
wait,
39. So let me tell you this. I'm not gonna be if you in front of me and you walk away from something that don't make you a bitch, that means that you want to protect me, you want to protect yourself, you want to protect what we got, what we trying to build. And I'm not gonna look at you as a bitch if a man you get into it with a man and I see a man going for something or going for his car or something like that, I'll be like, you got us out of there, babe. I love you, shit. You gonna get the good tonight. What's going on?
Definitely.
Because
See, that's
that
not for
I don't
me.
know.
I'm speaking for in general because of what I caught her saying, not for myself. You know, I'm a grown man. I'm passive on a lot of stuff, especially in this day and age. You know that I wasn't back when I was younger in that mindset. But just to answer what she was saying, it's, you know, like if everybody seen the video, we seen Quavo. He moved. He did try to get away, but after I felt like it was just too late. I would have got out of there right away. When stuff starting to feel, I could feel tension. All of us feel tension. I would have got out of there right away. But I'm just saying, sometimes people don't let stuff go because of who around. Like he's with a
But you
certain
also have to
crowd.
understand a lot
Wait,
of the
y'all have to
time,
let him
us
finish
as
though. Like,
women
No, let him
will
I
say,
get
finish.
this,
Let him
but y'all
babe,
finish.
gotta
you
Let
let
him
him
don't need to
finish.
do
finish.
Let him
this.
finish. Let him finish. Let
Y'all
him
gotta let
finish.
him finish his point.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so it's like, okay, we all in a party. This group right here. This is a more level group. Everybody got, you know, grown mentality. Everybody thinking straight. But that situation and that where he was in that scenario, that wasn't like that. So if okay, it's like if you go to prison. I don't know if anybody ever been to prison or jail or anything. If you let
No, we
somebody get
haven't.
away with one thing, somebody else is going to try to get away with that too. They're going to try to try you. They're going to try to try you. So I felt like it was a lot of ego tripping there. You know, it's a lot of egos there, a lot of chests being poked out, and I feel like they was outnumbered. Also, they was outnumbered. They was in a different state, and they was around people that was saying that they were protecting them. So if I'm in a situation and I get scared and I get uncomfortable, I'm gonna come out. I'm not gonna just fold up and just ball up and just, no, I have to defend myself. It's all
Can I ask
perspective,
you a question?
of course.
Okay, thank you for letting me ask this question. Um, what I want to ask is, what do you think you would have done in that situation? I know that you were getting onto that, but what would you have done and why if you were Quavo?
Okay, and in that situation, I would have never stopped and stood still. With the guys that I hang around and I grew up with, I'm not letting nobody put no circle around us. So if I'm Quavo, you know, eye contact is a lot with your friends that know you. So you got to make eye contact with the people that got your back, and y'all gotta move militant. Y'all gotta move in a way. First of all, I'm not stopping nowhere and letting people come around me. And first of all, I'm Quavo. I'm a millionaire. Why are you in my space? I'm not letting I'm not letting nobody get in my space. Not on no gangster, nothing, but it's just why are you in my space? And if anybody got love for him, they're gonna step in front of that person before they can get too close to him anyway. So I don't just blame him, I blame a couple of people that was with him also for not handling that the way that I know they can handle situations. Because it's not the Migos' first time rodeo. They've been in situations.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
Can I ask you a question? So, you know, when you said like, you know, women put pressure on men sometimes to be, you know, that dominant male, right?
Yeah.
If we're together and I'm like, babe, this shit is not that serious. Let's just ride. You riding out or you staying because you got that male?
I'm light skinned. I'm out of there immediately.
Oh, you got light skin energy? Okay.
Yeah, I'm out of there immediately. Hey, listen, I'm not even around. I'm not going to leave before you. We're going to get out of here together safely. I mean, you know, I ain't never been the type of man to just anyway encourage the violence, like press it.
I understand. I just asked that question only because you like, you know, sometimes you gotta, with people watching, you gotta project and seem a certain type of way out in public if people are recording. I just want to make sure that if I'm with a man that, and I'm like, this don't seem safe. I gotta get home to the babies. We gotta go. Are you gonna let your male ego stand in the way and stay because you want to look a certain type of way, or are we leaving this joint right now? Because if I leave you, don't be like, oh, she left me on stuck. No, I didn't leave you on stuck. I left you because I got kids to go home to. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and you wanted to stay.
I was basically just saying that because of the people that we were talking about. That scenario, they have an image to uphold far as being these gangster rappers. They have to have this image. So if they looking in the light, like if they get their chain snatched and you don't do something about that, you know that could drop your sales, that could drop the way people perceive you. They're like, oh, he ain't what he
But then
if
they sales drop because they left, guess what? They still got another chance to make their sales back up. You know why? Because they left and they still alive. If you worried about
everybody not thinking rational, like everybody not trying to look like that, especially when you got a bunch of money, you ego tripping, you don't want to look like a sucker to these guys that you.
But you just said it. You just proved why they should. They got a bunch of money. Let me go and live my life in this mansion. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna start on these. I'm gonna start on them a different type of way. You get what I'm saying?
I'm talking about just that scenario right there. What they was in, they should have never been in the first place. And the first place, they should have never been there, and they should have had people around them that was real security. And they after the club over, I'm out of there. I'm not sagging around.
And I'm going to back. I'm going out the back door. Go out the back door, baby. We leaving out the back door.
So to answer your question, to answer your question though, I definitely don't have no problem with none of that ego stuff. Me personally, I would have, like I said, I would have kept nobody stopping me in my tracks. They're like, yo, what's up? To talk to me, none of that. You're not stopping me in my tracks for me to get into a confrontation with you. If you're gonna catch up with me, or we're gonna keep it moving, and we're gonna keep walking, we're gonna keep going. I'm not gonna stop and let people surround me or none of that. Quavo shouldn't even been in the mix of that stuff. God bless Takeoff. And you know what I'm saying? It's just like Shorty said, it's just not this scenario. This go on every day, everywhere. Just because it's somebody famous,
I agree with
you hear about it more.
I agree with that, but
we go through this every day. This is an everyday thing, man, and we gotta do something more. But when you say we, I'm like, who is we? Because when you start preaching this shit like this, you know, I'm pretty sure one of my homeboys to see this be like, oh, you was up there on some corny shit on that thing up there, you know. But like I said, you know, if a friend give you bad advice, you gotta know what kind of friend you're dealing with. Because anybody preaching something positive, and you going against it, that's just the devil, man. And
And that's
I don't
I
have no
agree
problem
with that.
with
But
it.
I want to respond if you really feel quickly. That way,
Girl, you can't.
I'm
They're not gonna let you.
I no, I wanted to
Go
say
ahead.
because that's it. It was my comment that he was referring to. This is why when I started it off, I said this is a straight black man issue. This is an in-house situation. You guys have got to come together and figure it out because socially, y'all, the toxic masculinity, the ego, and the pride is taking y'all up out of here. This we can talk till we blue in the face. Y'all not listening to us as women. Y'all are only
Right.
going to
But
listen to each other.
but
Like
what
you
about
even
when
said so.
what
You
about
even
when
said so
Cardi B be
yourself in your
like,
comment. You were saying that, my homeboy probably see this and he's gonna think I'm corny. And it's like, but see, that's what I'm saying. Like, you guys really do check into what each other thinks about one another.
man,
The
I
only
And if
way
you putting out
the
that
only way socially
positivity,
the
then it'll
behavior
be
changes
easier.
is when you guys decide what's acceptable
Thank
and
you
what's
for pointing that out.
unacceptable, and y'all have to figure that
yeah,
out
I
amongst
could
each
hey,
other.
yes, ma'am. I could care less about what he would say, but I'm just saying that's probably what he would say. But
Yeah.
women, all the music that we hear from women nowadays, just to real quick, because I know he got to go and everything, but I'm just saying it doesn't give us like a vibe to where we feel like something if we don't have as much as what the expectations is now in 2022. I mean, it's a lot of social media, it's a lot of this, it's a lot of that, and everywhere we go, we turn the radio where they saying broke boys don't deserve no, that's
But then
right,
just like,
or
but you know
But
what?
that's always been what women have talked about in music across a lot of genres. That doesn't
It's
excuse
a
anything.
Dang, girl,
right,
you
and
just
it's a
said so.
we're not
facade.
talking
It's
about
a
now no
facade. Just
more.
like when they
What
say
kind of mic
we
you
can't
got?
listen to what men are saying and they rap just because they rap about it don't make it right. What we saying is
No,
when women rap about stuff that don't that's just a facade. They might not live like Cardi B might not be out here throwing WAP and all this to her husband and doing all this other stuff. They might not be dropping it low like they said, but they know what's gonna sell. Just like if they go out, the Migos go out and rap about a lifestyle of drug dealing and everything. We know they ain't been doing that for years and years, apparently, right? So we can rap
That's why
about
men
what
don't
we
come up
want to
here.
rap about. It's all about the perception of it. I can't rap about my WAP while you can rap about selling your drugs. But meanwhile, in between time, we taking trips to Cabo, we on yachts, we not really doing none of that shit.
but
Wait, who
these
is that?
men out here, I see like, oh, that's bad.
Can I ask you
They
a
just
question, sir?
Y'all
I'm gonna be
let
yes,
done.
men
sir.
come up. Y'all say y'all want men to come up here, but when they come up here and try to talk and explain themselves, they keep getting over talk.
I
I'm not
love it
trying to
though. I'm used to
overtalk
it.
him.
Ain't
I'm just
nobody trying to
re-
overtalk nobody. I'm just literally
That was
trying to
how
respond
he
to what he said.
was.
Y'all, come on now, because I got to go.
It's okay. I
Sorry,
mean,
I'm a
Scotty.
mute.
I just don't want men. You know what? I'm a strong black. I'm a strong male. I'm a strong male. It takes a lot for me to be discouraged. It takes a lot for me to be down. And one thing that easily gets me down is a female every single time. Every time
Okay.
a female can make, and this is history. A female can make a man do things that he never thought he would do, and so is a female is weak to males like that. Also, what I'm just trying to say is, men got to work on things, but females got to work on some things too nowadays because it's that female that's like a male now. I mean, I know we see it. It's not like I'm saying something new. Females talk more grittier. They about that gang, 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 gang. It goes both ways. If you want a good man, you gotta be a good woman. And
Okay.
what they say, what your mother always taught you. A good woman is a good backbone. And if you get a good woman, then you should be able to change your life around, move differently. You know what I'm saying? So if you got a
Okay.
good woman, you'll be a good man. If you got a good man, good, you know how it go. It go like that, man. It's boomerang.
Okay.
Okay.
Scotty,
Hold
I
on real
just
Can
quick.
wanna I just
can
wanna say
you?
something real quick before I
Can
leave.
I please?
I wanna be in and out, literally in and out.
Man.
Okay, go ahead.
So I'm hearing everything that everybody's saying, and I just feel like at the end of the day, it's a black community thing. It's us as a collective. It's not a black thing. It's not a white thing. It's not black women. It's not black men. It's all of us. We got to stop pointing a finger. We got to start unifying. And a lot of the times, the music that we create, female rappers and male rappers, it perpetuate an image that a lot of these young kids feel like they need to follow. That's why they go out here and they scam, they sell drugs, and they do this because they're influenced by the music that's in the community. So that's all I want to say.
Okay, can I ask
Okay,
a real quick, Slotty, please?
go ahead.
Ask a real quick question. I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all hate me, I know. But what I wanted to ask the guy is if you feel like your actions are based on women, then why is everything that you said about violence based on what another man thinks?
No, that's not for me. I'm saying that's just the sad way of the world right now. That's just how it is. We look
But you
around.
just said if
Okay,
you
if
were
you if
Quavo, you would act a certain way because of men, and then after that you blamed women. So I'm like, which one is it, bro?
whoa, I never blame women or men for anything. I said that we both got to step up and we both got to take accountability for each other's actions. It's not about pointing the finger or blaming anybody. I'm not blaming nobody. It went from that about Takeoff, and then it went to this, which this is an important topic also. But it's just more or less, it's not blaming anybody. It's not pointing the finger at women or men. I'm saying that to answer the question to answer her statements that she said earlier, it was more saying that men need to be held accountable, and women need to be held accountable also too. It's just not about men need to step their game up. If you got a good
Exactly.
woman at home, you're gonna be at home. Like a
That's
lot
not
of
what
men
I.
got a woman that's gonna be cooking, doing all this stuff, that old
Exactly.
traditional
That's
where
not what I
where
asked.
it
That's not
bring
what I
men
was.
home.
That's
No,
not what
I
I
know
was
what you're
referring
saying,
to.
but you saying that I said that I blame. I
Like
didn't
agree
blame
to
women.
disagree. Like it don't even matter at this point.
But I'm
Oh
just
no,
trying to
no,
get this.
no, no getting mad. I didn't blame a woman for anything. I'm just saying when she was making a statement, I was just going based off what she was saying about men are ego tripping and stuff like that. And women do sometimes be the cause of men acting out. That's all I was saying. That's it. That's all I was trying to
Okay,
get.
there's
I
another person. I
I was
think
trying
her.
to say something, but I guess
Oh
like
my God. Hey,
whenever I
Scotty.
try to
Hey, can
say
I go?
something,
I've never been on
y'all
your
be
channel
saying
before.
that I be over talking, and y'all don't be
You
listening to
do.
what I'm saying, and y'all answer different stuff. So whatever.
You've been talking
No,
all
don't feel like that.
Um, there's one last person, Elise. I think she's been trying to
Hey,
talk for a
Scotty.
minute. We're gonna
Yeah,
let
I've
her
been
speak.
trying to get in there for a minute.
We're gonna let
I've
we're
been
gonna let her speak, and
I've been
then we're
listening
gonna
to
end
you
this because I
for a
gotta
long
go.
time, ever since you've been Mr. Still Understanding. Um,
Oh God.
but that's how far back me and you go. But I've just never called in. But anyways, I
Just
just want
get
to
to the
say this
point.
first. I just want to
What?
say this right here. We have to watch the terminology that we use because a lot of those terms don't come from us. We got to watch with the ghettos and the gutters and all that type
Thank
of
you.
stuff and referring to our own people like that. Those are terms that come by us. You're using the white supremacist, the talking terms that they use. Why would we call our own selves that? We need to watch that. Also, people need to go and read the Willie Lynch letter. You need to go read that, the Willie Lynch syndrome. People need to read
Oh
that.
girl.
That's exactly what's going on in our community. We need to unify first and stop worrying about everybody else and what they doing. We need to get our own stuff together and stop worrying about what
Willie
somebody
Lynch.
else. Yes, Willie Lynch. It is a syndrome.
It's not.
Everybody and like
Why
Nipsey
is
said,
that wrong?
don't have no people get hit.
What happened? I think she breaking up.
Hey man, guys, thank you for your time. This is my first day on YouTube, man. I thank you guys for your time, man. You know what I'm saying? And I hopefully we can chop it up some more one day. And I hope I didn't offend any ladies or anything because that was not my purpose
Well,
coming up here. All
I want
right.
to say this really quickly to you. I
Yeah.
appreciate you coming up here being respectful because usually I can't stand the men that come up here. So thank you.
All right, no problem, man. Yeah, I
Thank you
just
for
set my
coming
page
up.
up today. Yeah, thank you
Thank you for
guys, man.
coming up,
So
though. I appreciate
yeah,
it.
yeah, man. I'll pop back out, man. Whenever, man. You guys stay safe, man. Stay prayed up, man. And women run the world, man. Y'all know y'all run the show. All right.
Yes, we do.
Y'all
We
be safe.
know. Thank
All
you.
right.
Absolutely. Glad you know it.
All right, then.
All right. Well, with that being said, everybody, I'm about to end this, you guys. So thank you guys for coming up. I'm running late as hell, but thank you guys for coming up.
Scotty said I can say something.
Go right ahead.
Oh, sorry. I'll be quick. I didn't get to finish my previous point. Back to what I was saying about the beef or whatever. The government made Beanie and Bounty go on TV and dispel their beef because people were in the streets dying. I think a lot of all this has to do with accountability. We need to take accountability for our actions, for the stuff we put out there. I understand white supremacy and all this stuff, but we also do need to take accountability for our actions. And yeah, that's all I have to say.
All right, thank you. I appreciate it. Like I said, I appreciate everybody for coming up, and yeah, y'all can see yourselves out, so I can.
Scotty.
Sorry, Scotty, I
Yeah.
Thank
wasn't
you for
being rude.
having
I was
me.
just y'all
Huh?
just I wasn't being rude. People saying I'm being rude. I wasn't being rude. I was literally just trying to say
Bye,
something.
guys.
I don't know. Bye, y'all.
I didn't say you was being rude.
I'm talking the chat,
Oh,
not
okay.
you.
Okay.
Scotty.
Yes.
When I'm gonna get my salad?
Girl, if you don't get your ass off of here.
I just had a question. That's it.
Girl.
All right, I'm gone.
Thank y'all. I appreciate it. Let me see. Okay, you guys, that's it. You guys, that's all for this. Was not expecting this to go for 3 hours, but it was a good conversation. I definitely appreciate it. Shout out to everybody that came up, including especially the guy that came up here, because I don't always get guys to come up here. It's not often that guys come up on my platform, but I really appreciate him for coming up. I appreciate everybody else for coming up, all the women that always frequent my channel. I really appreciate it. It was a great conversation that needed to be had. Shout out to the replay gang that may be watching this, while they at work or doing whatever. Shout out to you guys. And shout outs to I got like almost 100 new subscribers just by this live, and I believe it could have been from Storm Monroe shouting me out like a couple of minutes ago. I got almost 100 new subscribers off of this, and I'm almost at 38K, you guys. I'm almost there. I'm literally like under 200 away from 38K. So the road to 40K is underway. So thank you guys for everything. Thank you guys for tuning in, and I really appreciate it. Hopefully we have to, when we come back for another conversation like this, I hope that some of the same people I hope everybody comes up, because this was a great conversation. I really do appreciate it. I like having panels like this with the people that watch me. Is most definitely everything. So with that being said, you guys, I'll holler at y'all. I gotta go and film Young, Fresh, and New in like 10 minutes. Gotta go film that. And speaking of Young, Fresh, and New, before we get up out of here, let me let y'all know something. Young, Fresh, and New is a brand new it's a brand new hot bean spill it. Add me, guys. What do you have Instagram? Hot bean spill it. If you have Instagram, just follow me on Instagram at Scotty by Nature TV. But Young Fresh and New is a brand new segment that's about to start Saturday morning, and the first show will feature Chef Dun Dun. It's basically me talking to brand new up and coming content creators, interviewing them, giving them a chance to promote their platforms and put it in a place where some people probably wouldn't be able to see it. You know what I'm saying? What more eyes will see it and give them more people to come over to their platforms, pretty much. So I've worked with so many different people over the last couple of days for Young Fresh and New. I'm almost done filming this whole series, and it starts Saturday at 12 at 12:15 Eastern. That's 12:15 Eastern time. Okay. So that's it for that. And the other new segment is Who Was Wrong Too, which features Simply Sakina, Yacrates, Busy Blue, Niecy Dixon, C Diggy, Spill It Boy TV, Beasley Says, The Brooke Ashley, Really Be TV, and Forrest Rocks, who this actual segment will open up with on Sunday. So Young Fresh and New will be every Saturday for the next 10 weeks, and Who Was Wrong will be every Sunday for the next 10 weeks. So with that being said, you guys, we are out of here, and until the next one, I will talk to you guys another time.
What's up, guys? It's your boy Tremel. I just wanted to say that I have a new project that's out. It's called Mixed Feelings. It's on all streaming platforms. I would hope that you would go and check it out. It's a really good feel of an album. It's got everything you need and more. It's got R&B, it's got a little bit of pop, it's got a little bit of hip hop. It's everything that you need and more. It's out all streaming platforms, like I said. Please check me out, and you can also follow me at IAM_Tremel. That's IAM_TRAMEL. Check me out. I hope to hear from you.